Welcome back everyone to the channel and welcome back to Terminus Zombie Survivors. Now in the last episode we did the first attempt at a passive run to get to Terminus and unfortunately it didn't go out too well for us. So we're going to be trying the same run again. This is my second official attempt. I'm going to use all the same conditions as before and we're going to be using the soldier. Just in case you're not aware, we can't kill anybody, but we can maim the zombies. That's why you want to have a strong attacker. So we can take the legs out, we can take the body out. If you take the body out, they can't attack. If you take the legs out, the majority of the zombies, it will take it down to one tile. There's a couple of zombies it won't cut down the movement that much. It cuts it down a bit. Being able to be strong to take out legs and to bodies is going to be crucial. We're going to be using Stanley the Soldier. I'm going to put 3 into observation, because the observation is very important for the traits I've gone with. So the first trait, allow you to know in advance what items are there before searching. So as long as I get visible sight of an item, I can tell what's in there without spending the AP. Because normally you'd have about 10 items on a normal house and probably about 15 on a special tile. Each one of them takes 2 AP at the start to search, and on top of that you've got your AP move cost to get to them. If I know there's nothing going to be in there, I can make the run fairly fast. Should speed up the run, that's the old purpose of that one. Quiet. When you're inside a building at night, zombies won't notice you. If they don't see you entering a room, then you can get away with it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I have tried this run a few times, come close a few times, but it is a really tough one. Going with the vegetarian trait, if we can find any sort of crops and vegetables, it's going to give us morale back. There's nothing else in the 3-point skill range that's worth it, and I think this is the best setup for this run. I'm going to be doing ton Apocalypse and I'm going to be doing ton Permadeath, and the scenario we're going to be doing is out of stock. So what does out of stock do? 90% of furniture in special places except for houses is empty. I'm not joking. You can go onto special tiles and you'll never find anything there. Now if it's got a car, normally it's got items in there, and you do have to spend to search. Your clairvoyance doesn't work on that. Most doors and windows in special places have been broken. That means sleeping at a special place is not going to be an option 90% of the time. Very tough conditions, and the only good side of it is 10% increased loot in houses. You don't really notice that, it's not that great. Being able to see what's in the items allows me to speed up the run, basically run through areas that's not an house. Try and avoid them when we can. So yeah, I'm happy with all them settings. Let's get started on this run. I feel this is going to be the one that's going to succeed. I have tried this run probably over 10 times now. I've got to the tile before Terminus on 2 occasions, and I've got towards the north. Now this out of stock scenario seems to be bugged, because on day 3 I am coming across tiles with 15 zombies on there. You don't normally see that. So there's definitely something with this setup I've got on with this run that's making the zones a lot tougher than they should be. Now I am used to playing on a Permadeath and Apocalypse. The last 100 hours I've put into this game have been on them settings. So again, I have sort of got used to what should be on the tiles, and having 15 zombies on a tile on day 3 when it's nowhere near a dangerous place shouldn't be happening. So it's making this run a lot tougher than it needs to be. But if you want to copy this run, I'd recommend you just drop it down to hard or down to normal. It will definitely make it a lot easier. Doing it on Permadeath and doing it on Apocalypse is definitely a bit of a tough one. So let's see what clairvoyance do. At the moment, my vision, I can see 3 items. So it's telling me there's a book and a lantern in there. Now, having a torch or some sort of light source will allow us to do night combat until we can get cat eye skill. So those all want to be picking up. Tote bag, sweater, crafting book. Now that crafting book could be for the hammer. We don't know. We don't have the hammer at the start of the game to craft. So again, if we see a craft book, we do need to be getting it. And a bag is very nice. And leather gloves and a windbreaker. So everything in this room I need to pick up, and I need to pick up planks. Now the one thing I did forget to mention, I will be doing this solo. We don't need to kill survivors like we did in the last one, but I won't be taking any more survivors. The reason is because of this quiet trait. I think that if I pick up any survivors, I feel that this trait's not going to work. Like I said, sometimes it doesn't work as it is, but I feel like it will never work. If I don't win this one in the next couple of runs, then I might go and do a dual run. Want to pick up everything. Unfortunately, no charges on that, but I can break it down. Fast Learner book is a nice book. Like I said, I would have done anything to get a cat eyes book. So we picked up quite a bit of items. So the first thing, let me put a shoulder bag on. And I want to put this on. The reason being is good to get a little bit of defense on there. It's very hard sometimes to ignore all the zombies on the map. And sometimes you will get it. But as long as you can survive the hits, it's fine. Crude arrows I don't need. Small flashlight might be useful. But I think it will take too much steel to craft one of them. And crank generator I don't need. So if I do that recipe, I think the only skill on there that's going to be useful to me is the second one. So I'll just carry it at the moment. There's going to be normally 2 rooms, so I'm guessing that's going to be another room at the top. We have found a zombie and we found a stone. You wouldn't believe how hard stones are to find on maps these days. And if you look at the crafting, the only hammer I've got access to is a stone hammer, and it needs 3 stones. That's the only way I have got at the moment, unless I get extremely lucky finding an hammer of repairing doors and windows. And that would be the only way you could actually sleep at a special tile, like a library. All my usual tricks, like go to a library for books, go to the electronic store to get a radio to find out where Terminus is, go to a police station for ammo and guns, go into the fire station for fire axes, isn't guaranteed to work. You've got like 1 in 10 items are going to be blank, and then you might find 1 item in one of them. So very, very tough conditions, but you do know me, I do like my challenge runs. I can't do much more because I've not got much AP, so I don't want to be going for this door. I do want to go down and collect that stone before we leave this tile. So now I've got a good amount of AP. Did we pick up any food? We didn't. The other thing we need to be doing is picking up other weapons, because that knife is very crucial for crafting spears. Now, we do have a 0 dexterity, but we can make a spear and it will have maybe 8-9 hits on there, possibly 10 if we're lucky. Let's just move into the tile just so I can get visibility. There's a plank of wood there, so I'm going to get it, whatever. But there's some food. Very nice. So worth spending the AP. Food and water is always going to be your problems, but one of the biggest problems you have with this run is a street map. If you can find a street map early, it puts you in a good place. Not guaranteed to win. In all these runs I've done, I've never been able to get a car running. And like I said, this is like my 10th time of trying this scenario. It's not for the faint-hearted. So my best situation would probably be get down to that window for 3.1. Are we going to overcap? We aren't. We can use that. That will give us morale. And we did pick up water, which was fantastic. And we use that the next time we need some morale. Now, I could have kept that onion and crafted it with something else and made a good meal, but to do any crafting, I need a light and sauce, and I also need a pot or a pan. Chances of finding them all in the same zone are very remote. So, yeah, let's get some AP back. We'll waste 0.1, but I'm happy with that. We do have to be careful because every time we go in and out of these, we have a chance of getting sprains. So look at the map. Okay, dangerous places separated. Normally you would want them all together and then try and avoid them, but that's not too bad. There is a good movement down the centre, so my ideal solution would be probably go right, then go left up into the centre, but going left and going right will work it, but there is closer, so some of these tiles I'll have to go to would be very close to dangerous zones. So currently we do have an access to down to the bottom, so we've got nothing north, so we do need to get something north. So all these zombies have seen me, so they'll all head up this way, and I also want to check there isn't cars, because cars can have really good loot in them. I've got 8.3, so I've got more than enough to go here and react. And I do want to go to that corner, but I'll wait till I get some AP. Cars and crops, again, very good things for this run. And I've got enough to go straight back to the zone point. So we actually got 2 zone points. I've chose this one just by randomly. It doesn't really matter which one I would have gone to. This one is closer to the dangerous zone, but we're still a good 3 tiles away. But that street map, not knowing what you're going into, makes a massive difference. The best person for this run would be a driver. They would be able to know exactly where the houses are. It would negate some of the problems you have in the early game. But again, I do like my challenges. So we did do everything on this zone, yes. So we got another house, that's good for us. There's a lantern next to me, so I am going to go and pick it. Maybe there's some charge in this, no. So we've got 2 lanterns. One's broken. The broken one's just no use. I'll break it down tonight. I don't need to break it down yet. I don't need to go out my way for sticks with this one. We're not making flags. And I do have 9 AP, so I am willing to make a move. Let's go there. Okay, fairly quiet at the moment. I'm happy with that. We've got a zone point out to the left. So that might be the way I'm going up there. But I want to explore this zone. We'll be on 17.1 next turn, so that's fine. Do we have enough to use that bread? Yeah, that's fine. Let's keep up our water. Normally I would just save loads and loads of bottles. If I can save about 6 bottles, that's about 6 days. That's more than enough to do this run. If I ever find a park, that is. So what have we got? A book and a crafting recipe. Like I said, we need to find the ammo recipe. It would really help us out. Crude arrow, snare trap, flashlight. Not really that good. An edge strike. No good for this run. So in that one, I could just drop the edge strike, but it could be used for trading. That's the only reason I'm picking them up at the moment. I didn't actually look what was in there, but it had some good items. Still is very good. If I can find an axe, I'll be able to take down fridges and stuff in the kitchens. That will get me metal sheets, and then I can break the metal sheets down into scrap steel. But again, finding an hammer isn't guaranteed. There's pliers in there, which I will go after. If we get stuck on a railway tile, pliers, it takes 2 AP to get through a wire fence. If I jump over it, it's 11.5 with a chance of spraying. And it does seem to be a fairly high chance of a spraying as well. What's over there? A cardigan. We've already got 2 pieces of clothing. It would be something I can break down to rags, because that's going to be a problem in this run. Because we're not killing zombies. We're only avoiding them or maiming them. We don't get that many rags. So breaking down clothes is a good source of that. But I don't think I want to go out my way just for that. I've got 4.8. I'm going to come down to the door. There's another stone there. We've got lucky with this. I will be collecting that on the way out. Now, we have got another zone point now. That one goes further north, so I am going to be taking that one up the top there, because I can pick up the stone at the same time. Let's come here just so I can get some visibility, and let's move there. So what have we got? Clean water, definitely good. Clean water. So both those I need to search. Just looking, there's a zombie up the north. I don't think there's ever going to be a car in that small space there. There could potentially be crops. It's not a full bottle of water, but it's still a good amount in there. And that's a full bottle. That's very nice. So we're doing pretty good with water at the moment. So we've got 2 full bottles up there. That's 20 hours each. That's 40 hours. And we've got 6 hours in there, because you use 1 hydration per hour in the game. So I've got 2 days of water. That's very, very nice. We just need to find some food now. We'll keep the energy drugs in case we need to be on a tile where we can't afford to sleep. We can use the pliers as weapons as well. So yeah, we're okay. So those 2 have been done. And those have been done. So all we need to do is pick up that stone and get off the map. Now, 3.4 to there, and then I would have to spend another 2.8. So I'd have to spend 6, open up the window, 7. It all depends on where that zombie goes. If push comes to shove, I'll come up the left-hand side. But either way, we need AP before we do anything. And I think I will go up the left-hand side. That's a good call. They've seen me in here, so they will come down fighting. Well, neither one can get to the zone point. If I go there for 3.3, I can get to the zone point. Nobody can get to me. So that was a good call. We've checked up here. There's no crops. There's no cars. We need AP. So we'll be on about 14 next turn. Because this run we're going to continue moving north, we won't be setting up any bases in this one. The next one I'm going to plan to do, I will be doing bases. Because that guy was going to hit us if we stayed, we needed to go on the toll. Even if there was something here, we had to take the chance. But we don't need to move until we get some AP. So immediately in front of me I can see one, a pistol and a flashlight. Well, at the moment, we don't have anything that's working, so we need a workable flashlight. We could just go straight there. And I think I will. If we was to get an axe, I could break that refrigerator down for steel. So what's in there? Clean water, more clean water, very nice. Fresh cheese, that's satiety finally. So everything here is worth checking. I have got 3 planks on me. We can use these as weapons, so I might just pick them up for weapons, and that'll be the door I'll be leaving. So really, I want to search this, go to the left. I will take the pistol. Maybe we'll pick up some ammunition. And if, at the worst, it's an eye trade value if you find a trading house. Oh, I went to the wrong one. It was that one I was supposed to have gone to. Never mind. Wasted a little bit of AP. Another full bottle. So we've got about 3 days water on us at the moment. What have we found there? Bone glue is actually quite a good recipe, so I would like to use that just in case I get the repair kit recipe. So yeah, 3 full bottles, and we've got some water there to drink. Cheese, what do I need? That will perk my morale up and give me satiety, so I just eat it straight away. And let's go over here and pick this plank up. Now, we don't have the massive amount of bags at the moment, but we do have fairly high strength on this one. Strength 3. So it does help out with the carry capacity. We could break these down. That will save us 1 kilo. And the reason I want to break it down is because each of these gives us an electronic part. If we was to find batteries, we can make a makeshift lighter. That's one of the conditions to making food. Or boiling water. But at the moment in this run, we don't need to worry about boiling water. We've got quite lucky with the water. I'm not going to go for the door until I get more AP. And again, the one thing you need to make sure you zero at your counts or your zombies. Now, I could secure this, but it has got broken windows. So it's not the best. Could cover that up. So there is a zombie there. I want him to move off that tile. And there's ammunition. We picked up the gun. We've got some bullets now. And a map fragment. So at the moment, you can get up to me, but you can't hit me. So I think I'm going to have to secure this because it's 5 o'clock. In 3 hours, it's dark. And there's no guarantee the next tile I go to is going to be an house. So I'm going to move back down here a second. Actually, I haven't got any rags yet, so I can't cover windows. So I need to stay up in this corner tonight. But we have got a couple of zone points out. But unfortunately, none of them's in the direction I want. I want north. I want to keep going north. So this guy will come up to my face next turn. Now, we can't kill him. But we've got 2 ways we can do. We can take his legs out so he can only move 1. Or we could take his body out so he can't hit us at all. So we'll be using some of these planks I've got. What's the pliers going to do? 2.1, perfect. And I'm going to use a plank on your legs as well. So now he's just an headstock on the floor. He can't move anywhere. He can't attack. He can't do anything. So that's good for us. We've got loads of AP at the moment, but unfortunately, another stone. But we've got no rags. We could break down all the clothing we've got. Get us 2 rags. Convert that. What would I need for the stone hammer? 1 plank, which I've got. I would need 12 thread, so I would have to break down 2 cloth. I think it might be worth sacrificing everything we've got for it. Let's get the map fragment first. So what have we learned? 2 railroads, 4 houses, pharmacy, church, gas station, 2 restaurants, hardware store, park. Normally park is very crucial in these sort of runs because it's a way of getting dirty water. And then if you've got the way of cooking it, turn it into clean. But we've picked up a good amount of clean water. So I'm going to keep that in there. Let's have a look at the map. It's actually quite lucky for us. It's actually give us on our way. So we know the railroad comes somewhere along here. Now, if it comes along here, then it will go somewhere up the north. And then we will have another route up this way. So we know at some point we've got to cross the railroad. Maybe after the next tile. Railroads are a bit hit and miss. The park is right next to the dangerous place. But like I said, we don't need it. If we can get to that railroad, that gas station, then we've got 3 houses on a run either way. Then that takes us about 2/3 of the way up the map. And then we've just got to hope Terminus is this side. That's very, very good. You don't always get lucky with the site that way. Talking about lucky, we're not exactly lucky there because I would have to be 1.1. I need to stop you from hitting the window. Actually, I don't think you can hit the window on this turn. So yeah, I am going to search that. Take the ammo. You never know when we're going to use that pistol. We will pick the steel on the way out. And now we've got a northern exit. So we've got the link to the railroad. So as much as it's a railroad, that is the best route. We could be on day 2 of this run, halfway up into the map, without a car. That's unheard of. Especially for me. 11.5, that'll be 19.2, so I don't need to do anything with that. But keep drinking the water, you don't need to skimp on it. We've got 3 full bottles still. We can use that for... yeah, just get our satiety up max. And we're still low on the AP, 1.1. So yeah, I think I'm just going to pass the turn. Let him come up to the window. Next... okay, he could hit the window. I didn't think he could. I don't want him to break it, so we want to take you out. So we can't take your head out. We need to take your body and your legs out. No, we don't have a spear. We need to craft a spear on the first night in case we come across. Actually, I need that plank. Because I need it for the hammer. But the problem is I can't go out and get that stone now because he's blocking up the window. Actually, no. And I can't pick his head up. Because we got no cloth. I could just use a gun. We know there's nobody in the south. Would be a 70% chance to take your body out? Have we got to that point already? The knife won't take you out, and I'm pretty certain the pliers would be at least 2, maybe 3. But yeah, I was hoping to get that stone. The only way I'm going to get the stone is run all the way around here in the dark, go and collect it, come all the way back in, and hope nobody sees me. And we need to take your legs out as well. 2.7 minimum. I'm going to stick with the pliers. I've got enough AP to react. Close the window. We know there's an edge somewhere down here which we left. Do we even have a torch? I don't think. We do have a torch that can be used 7 times. It's a very risky situation to do this. But I think it might be payoff. I'll go up to the window just so I get visibility in the daylight. There's nobody. 3.2 to get there, but it would give me nothing to react, so I'm going to stop where I am. But we know there's no zombies down the left-hand side, so I'm going to take that risk. We know there's a zombie there, but that's the one we knew about. And we know there's a zombie at the top up here, because we're just hearing the mowing. But that's fine, we can get into the window. We're not worried if this window breaks. But I'm closing it just to slow him down. Same with this, and that zombie we already know, and that zombie we know can't do anything to us. So for us to craft the hammer, getting an hammer early is really important. I would just need 12 thread, 1 tape or 2 wires. Now, we can get wires from a railway track, but I want to try and make this tonight. So that means I will have to break down all the clothing I've found so far. Not going to break down the gloves, because those are more important. And we might be a bit cold on the next day. Now, we are up in the corner, so this window, people shouldn't see me, and this window, people shouldn't see me. But normally, I would like to cover them. And then we need to break these into thread. And I can make a stone hammer. So I've got 2 things I can make tonight. Unfortunately, I've got no crafting gloves. But those are damage gloves so that we can do more damage if we put them on, if I can keep remembering. I also think I want to break down the broken one. Just keep our weight low. Because that's not broken, if I find some batteries, I can just chuck it into there. But it's only going to give 2 turns. That's a brightness 3 for 7. I think I'm just going to get rid of that. Is this broke? No, we can have that for morale. We can just use that 8 times. That's actually quite good. Okay, let's get our water topped up. And then, because we're deck 0, this is going to be a very poor hammer. I think it lasts about 10 items you can do. I think it's about 10% condition you lose for repairing a door and a window. Now, we have no blankets, we have no pillars, and we have no sofa. So, we're going to get about 3 energy for 1 turn passing. And we don't have any sort of alarm clock or digital watch. So, we can't set the alarm. So at the moment we need 20, so it's going to take us about 7 hours to replenish our energy up to full, which will put us about 5 o'clock in the morning. Knowing that, I think I do need to make the hammer first. Make the hammer, hopefully it's done the next turn, and then sleep at the end of 11 o'clock. I would have... actually, I'm going to have to go 1 more hour, even if you have to have a little bit of a lie-in the morning. And then whatever AP I've got left goes into the spear. But we need to sleep. I don't think we're going to get up until 7. But we needed that hammer. That's crucial. Now, we have used all our planks. So picking up planks is going to become now a priority. So, yeah, exactly like I thought. It was actually 8 o'clock we got up. I thought it was running 7. That's a little annoying. That's a little bit more sleep than I really wanted. We do have some things down here we could learn on the following day, especially fast to learn. It might be useful, but I've picked them up more for the quests, if we get any quests from the trading houses, if we can find one. We know that Ed's out there, so it means, actually, I've got to come out this way. There's a zombie down there, so let's go to that square. I've got some AP to react. We don't want to wake that guy up. I can get there for 4 and I can zone. So if as long as I've got 12 on the next turn and this guy can't get to me, I'm going to stay where I am. Now, we know we can get through for 12, but I am going to stop off for that steel. It probably will wake this guy. Okay, didn't wake him. I was surprised by that. And we can zone. So we want to announce, and we've got to level up. So familiar hunger can be useful because at the moment we haven't got much food. Losing 0.9 instead of 1 per turn soon adds up. Intuition, because we haven't got... We've got a torch. But because we haven't got cat eyes, we haven't got the visibility at the night, so that will cut down some of the negative penalties we got. But I think at this point, just more attack damage is going to be better. And again, just to make sure, 0 zombie kills. That's crucial for this achievement we're going for. Okay, there is a zombie there that can get to me on this turn. So I think I want to move up to that square. Okay, he did see me. I was hoping he didn't. Let's have a look. We've still got no food and water. Well, we've got water. We haven't got food. And we need to find some clothing on this day as well, because we had to strip all ours down on the previous. So let's get some AP back. We'll be on 15.2 going into the next turn. One of the most crucial things we need is food. Now, we know this is going to lead onto a railway tile, so we need to be leaving off here fairly soon if we can't leave off here quick, because we've got 2 special tiles we've got to go past, we probably have to keep at this house. But again, we haven't got to go down that route yet. We can just take your legs out, just so you don't keep following us. He can only go 1 tile now. And we just need to get visibility and get in the building. So we're in the building now. So what's in there? Fresh tomato. That's food and water. And we're going to eat it straight away. And it's going to give us some morale as well. There's nothing else in this room. There's a door going in the room in the south. There's a door there that could lead outside. And again, we do want to try and uncover this to make sure there's no cars, no crops on the... I'm actually more interested in crops than cars in this run, funny enough. Now, we'll be on 16.7 going into the next turn, so I'm happy to just stay where I am. That's not what I want to see, a strong zombie and a soldier zombie in the same room. So let's just close the door on you. Let's go out the other door. Now, that door's definitely going to lead up to the north, so this might lead into another room. It does. It's just a crawler, but that's fine. Let's close that door. We can deal with you by just taking out your body, and you can't do anything. So what have we got? Denim jacket, that's fine. Soft drink, that's food and cetacean. Antibiotics and a blanket, very nice. That's going to give our sleep quality. And rubbing alcohol can be used to make bandages, and tape can be used to make a lot of recipes. Even makeshift armour, which in this run, makeshift armour can save you from dying. So I just stayed where I was because I want this guy to move off that tile he was on. A part of me don't want to commit to stopping here for the night, knowing them 2 big guys are here. But being on a railroad at night is not good. We do want to pick up that steel as well. So how many steel are we up to? 3 already? That's nice. And we do need to make sure we can get off this square, because this guy can still get to me. So I think in this case, I might just take your body out. And we've picked up nothing else. We're not going to use the axe for any combat. I'd rather use the knife if that comes to it. Which I will use the knife. He's just stuck an head there. Just block up the window, but we've got the door and the window down here to get through. And we want those antibiotics and blankets. If we get a disease, it can kill us. So we picked up a good amount. I will be using denim jackets. 1, it gives temperature. 2, it gives defense. And 3, for some reason, denim jackets only come in very high durability. So we'll wear them. We could put that on as well. That gives us 1.1 defense. So yeah, having defense could save you from dying if you do get it. We can get our morale back by that, which might be a good use of the AP. That's fine. We're up to 22. And I'll be on 18.3 AP, so I'll just stop where I am. Now, we know those guys should be in the top room by now, so we could probably come in here and loot this. I think I'm just going to make a risk and go north, as long as there's nothing in here. Sling bag and a fanny pack. How's our bags looking? Well, the tote bag's already full, so we could do with another bag. And I could really do with that plank as well. But I'm not going to be toying with you. We could actually go there and still leave. It's a little more risky, but I do need planks as backup weapons, and also we'll close the door just to slow this guy down a little, and we'll make our way to the door up there. We are getting a little visibility walking past everything, and we know we want to exit onto the railroad. Not too bad. It's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. If we can just run through the railway tile and then run away, we have got pliers to get through it fairly quick, and then run through the next zone we know are on houses. You can find cars on railway tiles, so don't always ignore them. They can be very useful. That's very nice. I just needed to make sure there was nobody about, which they're not. And next turn we can be on by 3 o'clock in the afternoon onto a railway tile. And we do have fairly good conditions still on them pliers. So immediately in front of me, I've got a zombie over here that can't get to me. Another piece of stone. Now, because I've already crafted a stone axe, I'm not going to run after that. I'm going to wait for AP. Let's get some water in us. Actually, before I do water, let's take the soft drink. Maxes the morale to give us more AP. And gives us a little bit of satiety. Again, we've still got 2 days water, so we're good at the moment. I'm going to stay where I am. I could move up to the fence, but I won't overcap my AP, so I'll be on 18.2. I'd rather not people see me in advance. Interact with the fence and cut it with the pliers for 2. And again, you saw the other one was jumping over for 11 point something. Now, we need to get to the gas station, which is that tile up there. So I want to go as far as I can. Get out of the range of this guy as well. Like I said, you can find cars on here, and that's what I didn't want to see. That's going to take us quite a bit of turns to get through. We have nobody that can get to us, except for you. So we'd have to move back 1. We'd have to move back to there. Or we've got to go and aim for somebody. We've got 10 AP, so we can take out somebody's legs fairly easy. But there's no way between these 2 zombies I can't get away from up there. If I take out this guy, I'm going to have to still back up. So it might be worth just going to that tile there. Nobody can get to me. And then the next turn, expect combat. We will be on exactly 20 AP, so that's perfect. Just keep our hydration up high, just in case we get hit. We can heal the HP back faster. Now, my best situation in here would be to get up to the fence and jump it. 3.8. The reason I don't want to cut it is because it will slow the zombies down to get to me. But I could just go and deal with these. 2.6 can... Oh, actually, I haven't crafted the spear yet, have I? I think if I go to there for 3.7, over it, that's about 15. I might have enough to take out whatever this guy is. He can't get to this square, so if I jump over to that square, these will all have to attack the fence. Again, I could easily cut it, but it would give them an easy way over. 4.9. By there, I think I'm just going to stay where I am. We'll be on 17 next turn. I could just quickly take the debris out, but I'm going on to a gas station at night. At least we've got a fence protecting us here from the majority of the people. I'll let him come to me next turn, and then I'll take his legs... I'll take his body out. The reason I'm going for the body, because that means he can't attack me, even if he can move to me. Yeah, just wait a turn. So again, he's taking 3 hits at the fence. So he's doing about 6 damage to that fence a turn. So that's going to last another 6 turns. So it'll only last until about midnight. But we do have a torch as a backup if anybody starts coming near. And we can spend stuff on there. If we can have it clear and go through at 6 o'clock in the morning, that would be the best case scenario. But yeah, let's take this body out. If I use the gun, it's going to attract everybody up here, so I can't. Get one big hit with the knife. Now, he can move, but he can't do any damage to me. Do you want to spend my AP on here? I think I do. Unfortunately, it's going to be like 0.3 for 1 AP. So it does take a long time to get through here. So it'd be about 30 AP I need to spend. But I won't be zoning off this tile unless things get dire. We just got to pay attention to how much damage these are doing to the fence. Because if it gets too bad, I need to move up to the fence, use my torch, and then kill them. Or at least knock the damage down by taking the body out. So yeah, we got through 6, so we need another 20 AP, 21 AP to get through it. And as you see, the zombie to the left of me can come up to me, but he can't attack me because I've took his body out. I mean, in theory, in real life, they could headbutt you still. But it doesn't work that way in this game. Now, I have a trick for doing the energy, but I need to clear this out before I use it. Let's just pass the turn. We will start taking cetacean damage. So both, the one on the left is only doing about 1.5, the one on the right's doing 1.5 to 2. So if you look at the fences, there's 36 there, 28. Now there's 2 people at this square now, so they will get through it a bit faster. If the zombies was really clever, they would all go onto one tile and then just bang up the one. But it doesn't work that way, but that's good for us. Let's go and clear the rest of this debris. And we got 0.2 remaining, so 1 AP on the next turn. But I want to make sure I'm drinking water. We're going to start taking satiety damage on the HP soon. So we need to make sure that that water's full at all times. It might actually be worth putting AP into that spear, so I've got a spear to be hitting things with as well. So we did 3 hits of 1.3 on the left fence, and then 1 at 3.9. So about 7 damage. So that's going to last about another 3 turns, and then I'll have to go down for combat. So first thing, let's clear this. If things get too bad, like I said, I will just zone out. That's why I'm standing on the zone point. Stop anybody else from zoning in. And then I think I haven't got crafting gloves, so I think I am going to put that into a spear because I've got a feeling I'm going to be needing that. Now, if we've got any drugs for morale, it might be worth taking it. There is some wire on the ground. When we broke through the fence, we could have done with picking that up because it was an option. Now, I'm not going to do anything else with the AP. And it will become clear in 2 turns' time why. So again, can't do anything for satiety. And that's an energy drug. We could actually take the energy drug. Actually, I will take the energy drug. I did forget I thought it was a morale drug we had on us. So it will stop our energy from going down for the next 3 turns. But we've got a way of really perking that up. So I haven't got to sleep. So on this turn, let's just pass it. So now there's more at the fence because there's 2 on the left and 2 on the right. And you'll see that one that's on the right is now... Oh, somebody else has come up to me now. So this turn, there is at least 2 here and there's a big zombie. It's probably a mighty one. He's broken the fence. So we've got combat on this turn. I would like to have been at 20 AP. We need to use that torch. So you was the first one that hit me. I need to get you out of the picture. So yeah, pliers can just take you out. This guy's got through. So I need to come and take you out for 5.4. Just leave his head on that spot. Two hits with this possibly could take it out. Guaranteed now. Now, you could move up to me, but you can't attack me. You can, and I don't think my spear can reach that far. No, I need him to be closer. So I need to go back onto that zone point there. And pass the turn, and I'm going to have to use the torch the next turn. Now, these are 2 big zombies. I should have looked at them on this turn. Perfect. That's where I want it to happen. Decayed, I have to hit at a diagonal, and where he's finished is at a diagonal. So while I'm here, let's have a look what these guys are. So you're fairly strong. I just need to take your body out. And this is why I wanted the spear crafted. And then these two here will break for the fence on the next turn because it's only got 5 HP. They'll probably get a hit on me, hence why I've got the defense on me with the gear. Now, any extra AP I've got on this turn, I could go and spend on crafting or whatever. But if I don't spend it, it's going to convert into 2.1 into energy. With the drugs I'm currently using, that will allow the energy to cap up. So that means I haven't got to sleep on the next day. So that was the trick to game for this. At the moment round me, these have come through the fence now. But I can't reach them until they get to this tile, so I'm going to have to take the hits off them, and hopefully I'll survive. The two on this side can't attack me, he can't attack me, and he can't attack me. And these two here could, but then I'll have 3 on that square, and only 1 more zombie could zone onto that square. There's only a maximum of 4 zombies on a tile, and they can't jump over zombies. So you can use that to your advantage. So again, I'm not going to spend my AP. You can use it. I think the AP, some zombies can use it to avoid. I think we can avoid some zombies with it. But I'm going to be getting 2.3 again this turn with the weak vitamins. So that'll be up to like 14.8 next turn. So then that gives me 14 hours before I have to sleep. And that's what I'm relying on at the moment. So do nothing, just pass the turn. Should have done with eating. Okay, we've got a couple of attacks on us. We knew this was going to happen. The main thing is they don't give us a bleed. Now, because we're going to have to do combat, we've got to use the torch again. And if we want to get our morale up, we can just use the MP3 with some of the AP. So now there's 4 on that square. Nobody else can come and zone on that square. They can on this square. So as long as I can take the 2 out that's doing... There's actually 3 there that's doing damage. This can do a minimum of 2.6, so it can easily take your body out. You can't hit me now. And I am... Even if I use a gun here, it doesn't really matter. That's got a chance of taking you out in 1. It hasn't. So let's switch back to the pliers. I don't want to break the pliers because I have got more railway tiles we'll have to go on to. And we've got plenty of AP, so I'm willing to spend that on there. So these 4 here can't attack me. They're all on that tile and nobody else can zone onto that tile. So if somebody else wants to come, they'd either have to attack that fence or come through there. And I just want to make sure, yeah, everybody's got 0 attack. And then you've got 1 over here with 0 attack. So again, this is a situation you don't want to be in this run, because normally you would kill the head, the zombie would disappear, you could walk out that way. Unless I had cloth, take out the body, take out the legs, and then pick up the head, I'm trapped on this square. So this is why having cloths are crucial in this run, and unfortunately I haven't got it. And if I have to, I will break down bags, blankets, and whatever else. So we can actually put that bag on now. I am going to end up breaking that bag down. I'm never going to use the fanny packs. They're just not worth it. It turns 2 kilo into 1 kilo, but adds encumbrance. Just not really that great. And then this time I will gain some energy, but not as much, because I need to gain my AP first. And it's only the excess AP that converts over. But the good thing is, we are gaining health, so that 19.9 will turn to 20 next turn. And all we've got to do is put up with this for 3 more turns. Now, a zombie's just come up there. I don't know what he is, but I can't get to him. I've got to wait for him to come on this square for me to attack him. And I've just got to hope he isn't strong enough to take me out. And again, at this point, I could zone, but I am fairly secure on at least 2 fronts. It's just him over here, I don't know. I could put the torch on, but I want to put the torch on when I'm doing combat, and I can't on this turn. I could use the gun if I'd have thought. Just shot him with a gun. Now, he did come on the tile next to me. So we'll put on the torch again. We've got 3 more turns after this. And then we're going to do the same. Just take out his body. That's all I'm interested in. Now, this spear is not doing great. I think at this point I am tempted to just shoot him. 100% hit chance, and it's going... Well, it's got a very high chance of taking him out, and I think that's the way to do it. Even if it attracts more zombies, I'll be off the tile in 2 hours. And again, because it's converting my excess AP, I will now gain an extra 1 energy this turn, instead of losing 1 energy. So let's just pass the turn. I don't need to use my torch again. Okay, we did attract another big zombie. He got 3 attacks at 2.5. And this is the one thing about the guns, but I know I'm going to be leaving off the tile at the end of the next turn. So this guy did about 7 damage to this. He's still got 46, so he's not going to get to me. And the ones down here have got to get for that fence, walk over before they can get to me. So I'm happy where I am at the moment. Just want to keep that hydration up just to keep my health ticking up. I am going to be losing health just because of my satiety. But if we can minimise the damage, and we haven't picked up health drugs yet. So next turn we will be zoning off here. He got 8 attacks in that time at 2.5, so he did about 20 damage to the fence. So we'll see in the light the next turn. And you can tell how many zombies are on the map by how long the zombie's turn is. So this guy here can't go anywhere because of these guys blocking it. If he had his sense and gone here, he could have probably come up and attacked me. And this guy here was a zombie runner, hence why he had so many attacks. He's got 8.9 actions at 2 point damage. Up to 2.7 damage. So yeah, very, very dangerous, the zombie runners. But that's not my problem. I'm off the zone with a good amount of AP. Now, I would like to pick up the cloth, but I need to pay attention to these two in front of me. I'm going to stand on the zone point for 1 turn because we know there's a lot of zombies behind us. And there's no point in turning gas pumps on or doing generators. We just need to get to either house. Probably that house is the easier one. 10 to get to there, 8 to get to there. But I don't need to rush moving. He's the problem. I could easily take his body out and back up. But I could just stay where I am and he can't get to me. And it will convert a bit more over to energy. Now, it was a bit laggy there when he moved, so I've got a feeling there could be a good number of zombies on this tile. Didn't have much on there, but again, we are only going to be breaking these down. That's why I just picked them up. Neither of you can get to that tile, so let me come over here. You, again, it's pointless searching there, it's pointless searching the building. Just need to make sure nobody can get to me. You could get to the zone square, that's what I'm worried about. So we're just going to take your body out, and I'm not going to use the pistol. I'm going to stay where I am. Hopefully this thing blocks him, and I just hope neither one of these, well, especially him, can't block up the zone point. And then next turn I can zone through if that's the case. Perfect. He didn't move, he didn't see me. And now I can zone through. And now we're on a tile, we can start searching again. Our sleep's pretty good for another 17 hours before I need to sleep. So that's perfect for tonight's night cycle. And again, we've used the game mechanics to our favour. I will lose a bit of AP, so I'm just going to move up to the door just to get a bit more visibility. We need food, and we need it fast. That's locked, so I can't get in there. So let's move up to that corner, get some visibility. I can get for the window. I've got quite a lot of AP, so I'm okay doing this. Rain collector, okay for dirty water, but there's nothing in there. If it starts to rain when I'm on the tile, I might be able to collect it. But I'm definitely going to be collecting this wood, because those are going to be weapons. Okay, here's a couple of zombies here, which I would rather not be. You've got a massive movement, and so have you. So I think in this case, I need to see what your movement is outside the door. So you can't get to either one of these, this square or this square. What about you? You, a lot. So I need to get to that square, I think. But a way to slow him down. Move there, close the door. I'll still move to that same square it told me you can't get to. And they've got a battle on that door. And it will attract them out of this room so I can come up for the back and search you. And I don't plan on stopping the night here. And we have another house up at the top there. That's about our zone point. If things get too airy on a tile, we can easily just move off. Now we've got two with fairly decent movement over there. He's the one I'm worried about because he could block up the door. So I might have to go over and take his body out. Actually, I'll have to take his legs out as well so he can't move. Because he could have come up to the tile. He can actually get to me now. So I could go and take him, but I know there's another big guy over by this door. Another pair of pliers would be good. Thread would be good. I'm just worried about his movement. I think I'm going to have to move there and just hope nobody can get to me. Sometimes you just have to know what loot to take and what loot to just say no. It's not worth the risk. Clean water, fresh carrots. I'm definitely going to be taking that. What's up here? Canned beans cooking pamphlet. Canned beans is a very, very good item. Definitely going to be taking that. What are the movements? Neither one of you can get into the building I'm in now. You could overhear us. So I'm just going to go to that tile. Hopefully I don't give visibility of the one that was in this building. And now we've got food. I'm just going to eat it because we're taking damage. Even though I could craft some good meals out of that, we haven't got the cooking pot. We haven't got a lighter. If worse comes to happen, I have got a gun. I could shoot a gun and sort of attract people down here and then run round the other way to get away from them. But let's get some AP and then I want to go in the room to the north. I'm going to call this room in the south here. It's not worth the hassle. That's not worth the hassle. Tote bag, jacket, no. Let's just go on the corner. Got a big zombie that can get to me and he can get to the zone point. So I'll just move out of his way. Best case scenario, he walks towards me and I can just run round him and go straight to the zone point. 5 to there, 8 to get through. I couldn't get through on this turn, but I could always back up to that spot if I need to, if it's too many big guys over here. There's one guy that can't hit me, so that's perfect. And again, unfortunately, there was a rag there what could have been extremely good for us. We're down to 1. Beer and a gas lighter. We said we haven't got any way to cook. But is it worth taking out all these big zombies? I mean, I could potentially, on the next turn, do a dive in the door, get the chest, and then dive out. It would give me a way to cook, but the thing is I've got nothing to cook. Weigh up your risks, and I don't think that risk is going to be worth it. The next house could have better, could have less zombies. So yeah, I think I am just going to go through. So I'll be on 19.5, so I'm good. And we are starting to heal health back now. That's the most important. So I've got no way to get it back with drugs at the moment. Like I said, that still is an option. 3.4 to there. Then I would have to get 3 tiles, which is 2.7, which would be 6.1, 2 to search, and then I would have to go back. So I could get back to this spot, and it would be safe from this guy, but not this guy. So yeah, just cut my losses, keep moving north. And it's a fortified house. Well, we have been keeping some stuff for trading. Big zombie over there at the moment. I want to get out of range of him. Is it worth going to pick up the stone? Not really. I've still got my hammer. And the only way to get the fortified house to attack is to attack them first. There is a door here. So let's see what we can do. So the first thing you want to do is look at the quest. Maybe it's something we can trade them. And get some rep, so we could get some good items from rep. So the 4 bedding items, I know I haven't got that. And I think I've only got the 1 bag. And the 3 bags. So let's just have a look at our inventory. We've got 2 bags. So the third one, I've broke them down. And we've only got 1 blanket. So neither one of them quests I can do. So we can't request help, so we'll do the trading option. Shovel would be absolutely fantastic to get hold of. Because if we go up to Terminus, which we are going to head towards, if we come across a tunnel tile, without a shovel, it's just going to take an impossible amount of AP. So we want to be trading some of these books. I mean, it's a fast learner book. It'd be great, but it's better for me to trade them. These are all low. That's a medium. Although I can make a bandage, I still think I want to trade as much as I can out. Low, low. That's a medium. Would it be worth giving the gun away? It could save our life. We could make it work with the antibiotics, so we are not that far. Pliers I don't want to give away. What about an MP3? Actually, you will accept that. We could probably chuck some steel in there. We could probably chuck a novel. Well, we haven't got a good way to do morale at the moment. We're never going to get the food because I'm all high and very high. We're never going to do the drugs because I'm overwhelmingly high. And that has no charges on it, so it's pointless us getting it. I think that's about the best trade we're going to do. We might be able to get the scrap metal if we can chuck like a cooking pamphlet in. Meat pie, we've got a lot of options for. I think we'd have to have dough for that. So yeah, I'm doing do that. 2 books, again, we're not going to be ever use the head strike, and I'm a little iffy about giving up the fast learner, but again, I don't think we're going to be in this run long enough to do that. Rubbing alcohol, again, could make a bandage, and that's a good way for morale, but we just swapped it for another way. That's only got 6 turns on it. That I can get a bit more use than I could ever get out of that. So yeah, but I'm more interested in the shovel we've got. Now we can clear blockages super fast. One thing I didn't pay attention to is what was the condition on it. 70% medium, that's really good. We will be doing a trading house run. And again, there is some tricks and tips you can do, like with food, growing crops, harvesting crops, making extra food than you ever need, fishing for food, and then selling that to the fortified house, and you can get a lot of rep that way. 100 rep is still a lot to get hold of, but there is ways to get around it. I think I'm going to stop on the square I am. Actually, no, I'm going to move there. The reasons being is I do not want to have a zombie come here and a zombie come here and me being blocked. Now, we do have access to a second tile, so what's that? It would be the park. Oh, no, that's the house. Oh, no, that one we don't know about. That's it. That's the one we're supposed to be leaving through. So there is a zombie down there. It's going to take him ages to get to me. We need to move through, I think. We are depressed, so before we go through, we need to do something for morale. Well, fortunate enough, we just picked up a book to deal with that, so that gets rid of the depression. Now, we do have some extra gear to break down on the night. We are at 1.3, a little higher than I want. We could dump 1 plank, but again, we could just use that as a weapon. If I can get away without crafting another spear, I will. I think I'm okay with that. It's just because we haven't got great bags. We haven't got a backpack. If we had found a backpack, that might have been easier. And we'll just wait till next turn. We'll be on 18.7 and then we'll zone. We do know it's an house. So we are going to hopefully try to get this secured by the night. Alarm clock I will go and pick up, because if it's working, it's not, it's broken, so I'm going to leave it. Machete spear, those are very good weapons. But I want to see what's in the house first. There's a zombie up here. So improvised attack would help us, but it's only 25% with certain tools. That's 50% with everything. And hitting when out of sight. We could run out of charges. I would prefer cat eyes over intuition, so I am going to just take the combat. It's a risk going there and leaving 4 AP. We know we can repair doors if we get planks. I'm going to take a little... Actually, no, I don't want to... I'm going to come in. I can move to there. I want him to move away from the doors and windows before I take him out. Axe and a hoodie, I'm definitely going to be getting that. And if he blocks it up, I'm just going to use a rag to move his head. Because, yeah, an axe is another good weapon. And the hoodie can get us a piece of cloth back. Going to have to secure this for the night. That plank can go on there. And if I can get an extra piece of cloth, we can put it on that window and we'll sleep here for the night. Hopefully, probably another 2 days for us to get up to Terminus, even if it's this side. Yeah, he did go where I thought he was going to go. Now, I could just take out his legs. What other options do I have? I don't really want it. We'll just use this and we'll make another spear. Now we can only move one. So he's got to move off that tile the next turn. Let's go down and close the door. We have got a cloth, haven't we? I just want him to be in the centre before I kill him. I can go there for 2.3 and I can repair the door. And then fingers crossed there isn't a zombie in there. What else have we got? Nothing in there, so it's pointless checking, and nothing in there. So even though this is an house with a 20% higher drop rate, you can still get nothing in some items. That's unfortunate. But I want to come down to here. Now we have 2 hours before it's dark. And all we want to do is just take out his body. He's just going to be an head sitting in the middle of the floor. Let's have a look at the condition of that axe. 57%, that's fantastic. It's a way for us, we could actually break this furniture down and get more planks. Because they're more dressers. Just remember to pick the planks up. Just in case I need to put more into a window or something. But our axe, or sorry, our stone hammer is down to 90%, so it loses 10% condition. So I don't want to overdo this if I don't need to. But if somebody starts hitting something, I can repair it. Unfortunately, we got no food, so we are going to be in that situation again, where we've taken a lot of damage. I am going to have to set up another spear. And I do want to break down some of this gear down here, what I'm not going to be wearing. So, like, them two can be broke down. We've got some AP. Let's do it this turn. Give me some rags back. Anything else I'm not going to be using. I need all the weapons I can. And that still has 3 charges, so I don't want to break that down. Can make nail skewer. We can actually make a makeshift armor. If we learn the... I don't think I'm going to be doing bone glue in this one. We could put the tape and the glue and give us a free dodge. Which I think is going to be useful. Actually, I can use the clothes store book. We could just read it, but no. That's fine. I'm happy with that. And we'll do them on the next turn. We have still got 1 hour before our trait quiet kicks in. And we've got no gloves, have we? No, we already looked at. So let's get the makeshift armor done. And let's put that on. So it says there, wearing this will give you the blocks 1 zombie attack. If we had another piece of tape, we could make a second one. Is there anything on those I am going to use? The only thing I could probably craft is a small flashlight. But I would rather have a normal. So I think in this case I am just going to dump them. Unfortunately, we did sell our books, so we got no books to do, but we have got some crafting up here. And we'll have an early night if we need to. Keep that water up because it would stop the damage we're taking. A couple of more fast turns. Energy and morale is really low, so I do need to be sleeping pretty soon. I just want to go 1 more turn. Tired and depressed. Okay, we've got the spear, so we've got a good spear and a 20% one. We could make another spear, but we need to sleep. And I think I'm going to spend all my AP on that book. Even though it's only 0.9 morale for 1 AP, it's better than nothing. And let's have an early night. Heal until fully restored, because we've got a lot of energy to fill up. And that zombie in there, it will allow us to sleep because we can't see it. But if we could see it, then we'd have to put it into a rag before it allowed us to sleep. So yeah, got 3.7 on that turn. So we're gaining slightly more with the blanket. We still want to search the rest of this building in the morning and then get straight off the tile. I'm hoping we get up a little early. 4 o'clock, that's good enough. And unfortunately, we had no street map. This is... And again, if we hadn't got that map fragment and got all this, we wouldn't have known this route. So I want to try and find a northern exit. Because we know to the left is no good. The fortified house is to the right. So we want to try and find an exit up there in the next morning. So do we have a lot we can do? We could just set up another spear. I think that might be a good call. Because there's nothing else on there. Compression bandage could be useful, but it would use up all our rags. So I don't want to go down that route. Yep, another spear it is. And let's get the water drunk. I am going to keep these bottles still for the moment. They're only weighing 0.05, so it's barely putting any encumbrance on us or any weight into our bags. We're keeping the gloves. We probably don't even need 2 pieces of gear, but because they're low condition at the moment, one good piece of gear, one good denim jacket could replace both those. And we have still 2 cloths and a little bit of thread. But we don't have a needle, and again, our needles only do like 2% at dex 0, so it's not worth it. So, satiety, we are taking damage. But it's only 0.2 because we're keeping our hydration up. So that's fine. Let's get some AP. And I want to be up by that door. I'm not going to... Would it be good to take that cloth? I've only got 2 pieces of cloth, so yes. So let's go up to that window. We could get more planks by breaking more stuff down, but we're good. Or are we? Let's get 2 planks. Like I said, it is a backup weapon. I'm happy with where our AP is. Next turn will be up, so is there anything? Let's just put 1 into that. Fighting knife broke, so unless I get another knife, I can't even finish that. Because we did have to use it for combat. 6 o'clock, it's light, we're up. Let's start moving, see what else we can get. So we know over there's vitamins. We've got no drugs on us at the moment, except for the antibiotic, so it might be good to get that. And there might be another room to the north. So yeah, vitamins will give us energy, just in case we can't sleep when we get onto the Terminus run at the very end. We could go and look out the door. We have more than enough out. Actually, not out the door, it's into another building. Can anybody get to me? No. I could close the door, but then I'll be wasting AP to open it back up next turn. That's fine. Okay, they have blocked me exit into that room, so I'm just going to call it quits on that room. They will all come up to the door, and then we can leave out there. And that's why I wanted the shovel. Now, you can get down to me here. We could bait him down into here, close the door, and then run round here. But we still have to clear the debris. So we've got 16 AP, so we might be able to do something. Tough zombie. We would have to take out your body for you to not to attack us, and then back up as well. And then there's another tough zombie there as well. We've got to do something with this guy. He's just too strong. Even if we've got to ruin this axe. Down to 3.5, we could probably find something a bit suitable for that. Pliers. Can do it only on a very small chance. We'll take the risk. Okay, didn't pay off. Now, the zombie can move a lot. We could go up to there, but we would be still in the movement range of this guy. So I'm just trying to find somewhere. That square there. We're out of range, so all these 3 zombies should come up to that door. He hasn't seen us, so hopefully he goes left. And if he sees us and comes down south, either way, next turn I've got to go up and take him out. And when I say take him out, it's just his body. Just need to make sure he's still on 0 zombie kills. So the best case scenario, zombie comes down to me for the SWAT. Now, I could probably run up there and clear that with the shovel. I'm going to have to take the risk. And it is a big risk because I don't know how much I'm clearing. 2.1 debris. I can just about zone. Oh, no, I can't. I can't zone. I would have to be all the way over here. Luckily, I can get there. This guy's no problem because he can't hit me. He's a 0 attack. So this guy can't get to me. This guy can't get to me. And the next turn, I've got to run back up there. So I need 15.8 on the next turn, which I will have. Let's keep that water eye. We are down to 23 hours of water now, so we've only got enough till tomorrow morning. It's amazing when you got like 3 days water and you think you're fine, and then all of a sudden it soon goes away. So again, I have got enough to go through, and we are going to be going, but we don't know what we're going into. Research centre. That's not good. This is probably one of the most deadliest places on the map. I need to run from this research centre to that point as quick as possible, but I need AP to do that. This thing is like 3 tiles wide. And we know there's too many big zombies for me to go back. It's the risk. What do I want to do? Taking the lockpick is going to be a very good one, but let's get some AP, see if anybody comes to me. If we can keep to the south and find that exit on the left-hand side without getting crowded. Because it is definitely the left-hand side, isn't it? Yeah, and we might have to clear another debris. Unfortunately, it doesn't allow you to move these menus, so I don't know how far I need to go for this guy. As you see, there's just so many zombies here. We could probably take you out with the spear, your body, so you can't damage us. But I can't take out everybody. Could probably take you out and back up. 1.3. 3.7 back, that'll be 5. As long as I can take his body out in one attack, I think we can. We have come to the end of the tile, so it's not as bad as I thought. That spear's broke, but that's why we've crafted the other one. And if we could find a knife, that would be the best case, so I can finish that last spear off. So you can move a lot, but I can easily run past you. Because you're not a problem. He's the only one that's an issue. So if I go up to there, he can't get to me. And then I've just got to make sure whatever's up here I can deal with. Scientist zombies. Don't really face scientist zombies very often, so I don't know how strong they are. We could go there. No, I think I'm going to have to back off. You could not get to this square. So if I go to this square, take the body out of this guy. These shouldn't be able to get to me now. And then I'm going to hopefully try and run past them the next turn. I'm looking at what's on the floor. Because of this out of stock scenario, everything's empty. So yeah, we want to take out the body with the spear. Let everybody come to us and run round. We do need to keep that water up because we're taking a lot of HP damage. I do need to minimise it, and I keep forgetting to take the water every turn. We did pick up some energy drugs. Don't think I need to use them quite yet. The morale isn't great, and I've got no items to do morale. So I think in this situation I need to try and run past everybody. I'm looking at ranges. So this group here, nobody can get to that square. And I've just got to hope I don't run into more. Or I could just take the bodies out of these. And then it doesn't matter if they can get... Yeah, we'll do it. Chuck your arms out. We'll do the same with you. And then we've got an axe to deal with this other guy. Just got to make sure none of these zombies can get to me and they can't crowd me. That's what I'm more interested in. Because even though they can't attack me, if they block me in, we're not having a good time. So yeah, hydration's all up. We have still got that one free attack. I think I need to put some into it, even though it's not much AP efficient. I just need to put some into morale. So we've got 16 HP. I'm looking for the exit on the left-hand side. You can't get to it. No, none of these can get to it unless there's zombies to the north. I could probably clear this debris in 4 AP. I can't believe we ended up on the research tile. So I'm going to get 8. I'll get 11.5. Let's make sure we get that water dealt with before I forget about it. So let's have a look. 8 to go through. 15.3 I'll be on. I want to check this. Maybe it can drop a grenade or something for me. Now, the first thing I should have looked for is it broken? It is broken. It's got no fuel. So what have you got in there? A bioreactor core. So that's used for one of the endings. It's got 12 zombie heads in there. 5 pieces of steel I'll definitely take. That would be nice to be able to break down into steel. How much am I willing to add on? Let me just have a look at how much that decrafts to. I swear you can get it 3 scrap metal. So that will put me at 12. If I can get away with having 2 metal sheets on me, 1.4. I need to take the rag. Those are really important. And I'm willing to give up the plank. We could be up to 15 steel. What can I do for 15 steel? Because I don't think we've got any of the good recipes like the axes and stuff. I just need to make sure that me taking the steel can give me a recipe to make with it. Two wires down there. None of these are any good. No. If we'd have got the axe recipe, I could have crafted an axe. If we'd have got the hammer recipe, I could have crafted an hammer. It's not worth me taking the sheets. They're just way too much. In that case, take the planks back. Those are more useful as a backup weapon. Actually, we might be able to use that as a weapon. But those are just so good. We'd be up to 1.9 AP. But those are really good for... Yeah, we'll ignore them for this run. Scrap plastic's not going to do much, but there is some recipes that has that. And then next turn I'm zoning. And as far as I can tell, nobody can get to me. We have been to one of these sites in a previous run, in the last run actually. There is a military truck on the opposite side, and I think there's some up towards the top. But yeah, very deadly place this is. And it's only right if you're coming and doing a tricky run that it's going to send you to a place like this. But that trading for that shovel actually helped us out massive, more than I thought it was going to. I was expecting to only be able to use it on the tiles to get to Terminus. I did forget about tiles like this. Now, you can't get to me. I do want some AP, but I do need drugs to get this health back or some food. So we might have to be a bit more risky with doing this. So neither one can get to there. Wooden bat's no use to me. I need food. You've seen me for the window, so you'd have to break the window. Street map is really good. What's down here? Guidebook. Fanny pack, knit gloves, jacket, and a rag. How many rags are we up to? 4. I don't need to go out my way for that. I'm more interested in food. But the street map, that's allowing me to plan the run. Rotten milk's no good. So where are we going to be leaving? We need to do a street map. I need AP. Oh, you actually used the door like a sensible person. So there's a zombie up here. So let's have a look on the street map. I need to spend the AP on doing this. Please find a 2. There's a 2 for 4. 2 houses. So wherever I go next, there's an house. Can't go that way now because he's blocking it. So the only way I've got is to deal with that guy. I forgot to pick up the still, but we did just see that the still, there's not many recipes we can do. Let's go to the zone point and let's take your body out. We're not using that axe anymore unless we desperately need to. That saved us. Now, he can't attack us because his attack is 0, and we're going to be zoning 11.5. We won't have much on the other side, but let's keep that water up. We do still have another spear we could craft, but we still need that knife, and we haven't found another knife. Just making sure there was nothing I missed in here. No. Could have been a car or crops down this side, but could save the run. But I think at this point, I don't think it's worth the risk, or is it? Crops will stop the HP loss. I'm never going to know if there's crops there, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, big one to the left. I can move 1 over here. Can't get to me. Keep that water going. We're on our last bottle of water now. Morale's really looking dire. I think I will just pop the energy drugs. I might just have to use that book out. It's not going to give me much. But it's better than nothing. It's coming into night. So this is probably where we're going to be stopping tonight. Where's your range? So if I go there, you're going to see me. At least I can get in. What are we looking for per planks? We've got 4. Don't need any more. Antibiotics, weak vitamins. I'm going to have to take any drugs I can find. Okay, unfortunately it's the energy drug. Yeah, and I forgot to do the water on the last turn. We could just go and cover up the window. We know we can't do planks. Granola bar, that's food. We'll take them both. Eat that straight away. So we will gain health on the next turn, finally. Could do with really blocking up that. How many we doing with cloth? 3. What have we got? Windbreaker. It's going to be a cloth and nothing there. There's a cloth there. There's a couple of broken doors. I need AP. We are going into the night, so they shouldn't really be coming after me unless somebody sees me for that window. I'm tempted to just repair this. Pick up the plank to replace the one I've just used. Oh, we forgot to pick up the books. Gonna have to go back for it. Intuition, cold adaptation. I can't imagine us finding another trading house, but I do want to be prepared unless my AP goes above 1.4. So we can't craft that because we haven't got a knife, and I'm pretty certain we can't craft a knife. We do have the scrap metal. We don't have the rangs or the bandages. And even the weakest knife would take 4 rags. We could get 1 rag back from there, 1 rag back from there. We could be up to 4. We could make a knife to make another spear. Fingers crossed this could be the last night to sleep before we can get up to Terminus. We have 4 bullets. I could have done with a bit more bullets than that. We can get rid of diseases, so if we have to eat rotten meat, that's fine. I can get rid of the disease straight away. Morale we're going to get back because of sleeping. I think we need to learn intuition. It allows me to attack if zombies are out of sight. But because my morale's so low, I think I'm going to go to sleep immediately. We won't need as much sleep because we're on the sofa. Unfortunately, the morale's only got back to 10 and I've got no way of recovering it. We don't have an alarm clock because the alarm clock we found was broke. So what can we break down that's on us? That's no use, so let's break that down. We do have 6 kilo unbagged. We could get rid of planks, but I'll use them as my favourite weapons on the next one. Get rid of 2 of those. I think a street map is where I've got to go. Get some AP, spend that on the next turn. Now he has seen me from down here. I was going to run up there and cover it, but that's fine. We've got a torch. And we can't sleep at the moment. It won't allow us to, because we haven't got... If we had an alarm clock, it would. So we've got our HP. I'm just going through everything, make sure I'm not missing anything. Street map. I'm looking for 2s. 2 for 4. House and a library. There's a 1 for 4 there. The main thing I am looking for at the moment is the railroad. Well, we know the railroad hasn't crossed. Oh, it crossed there. Another 4 there. So it looks like there's no link in between any of this. There's a 2 right up the corner there. I might have to do that next turn. Unless we have to do combat. And because we slept so early, I should do with really fighting this guy. How many torch charges we got? 3. I'm going to have to use it. Okay, a police officer there. That's fine. Let's take the body out of this guy. Let's go up to the window and find out what he is up there, because he was doing a lot of damage. I did say about using the planks. We could just actually board up this window. If anybody else comes and fights it, they're not going to be able to get through. There's 19 on that door. I think I want to come over here and collect this. I think I've got enough to fight whatever's there. So it's just that police officer one. We've still got an axe for a little bit. Let's just use it. 2 heads at the door now. They're no threat to us anymore. How are we doing with planks? Down to 3. We'll go and pick up the plank down here. And we've got no AP, so we can't do the street map. I'm actually thinking of going here. The reasons is I don't want the bonus of the chair. I want to go 2 turns just to get the morale back on the sleep. I could actually unequip the blanket as well. Just looking if there's anything else I need to do. Street map. I think that's the only way. We need to try and find out what that 2 is there. How cheap can I get it? 6.4. Electronic store in an house. That's not going to be Terminus. No, I think Terminus is this side. We can get a 2 for 9. We'll go 1 more turn before we sleep. But our HP is really dropping down even with this water, and this water's nearly gone soon. try and get 2 up here somewhere. If I can see the railroad, then I know Terminus is near it. It's 2 houses. I got a feeling Terminus is all the way over here. And currently I've got no way. We've got an house, an house, an house, an house. I've got to have that 2 up there. So I'm going to go 1 more turn. The reason is if I move away from here and find out Terminus is in the top left, I'm going to kick myself. $10.1, we'll just take it. Military base and checkpoints and no. There's nothing else there. There is a 1 in there, but there's no railroads going up to it, so Terminus is not there. Terminus is this side. And I did sort of suspect that at the start. Because we said about coming up for the middle, up to the middle of the map. We just ended up on the left-hand side. And that's also mean that clothing store will link up to the research centre there. The restaurant will link up to the research centre possibly, and there's another link there, which will be to the research centre. So yeah, we've just got to go up this house path and then do a search when we're closer. And I don't think there's anything I can do now. Nothing to even read anymore. Well, I can just put whatever we've got into that book until it's no good. So now it's only going to give us a 0-1, so it's just pointless to carry it. Let's try and sleep again. Hopefully we can get a couple hours sleep. Okay, we've got 2 hours sleep, 6 o'clock. I do want to search in here because food is what's really costing us, and water's going to be costing us soon. We've got 1 little sip left in that bottle. Going to go up to the door, but I'm not going to go in there. But actually we know there's 2 heads there, so we can't go that way. How are we doing with cloths? 4. I think we need to come up here and try and find another route. I need to search this house. But we know the next one's going to be an house as well. Can't get out the window there because of that. So let's get AP. How many sips in that bottle have we got? This is the last one. We're now out of water. And we didn't get any location for parks anywhere near. There was a park was all the way down here. Now, we could just zone out. Go to another house. Cut our losses. Now, we haven't woke that guy up, so we haven't got to rush to zone. How much are we getting? 12.4. So in that case, I am going to rush to zone. Oh, that just saved us. Crops in front of us. I can just eat a load of fruit and veg. Okay, so where do we want to go? 10% less to travel. Less to skill. Or less audible sounds. I'm going to go with skill for search. Need to see your range. You can't actually get to us. And I can't search these, and they are harvestable. Water level sufficient. You can't get to me, but I might have to fight you on the next turn. I'd rather not. Just allow us to harvest whatever's underneath me. Even the seeds I can eat. I'm not going to be doing any planting, so I'm just going to eat it. And that's going to help my morale get up. Because that's one of the big problems we've got. Oh, that's just fantastic. I'm not going to waste any of the food. So what do we need to do? We need to take your legs out, really. Or your body out. He can't get to us. Just need to deal with the threat first. So I need 5.4. Let's eat with the planks. You got no arms anymore. You can't. You're no threat. And that's good. 1 hydration's going to cap us out. The morale's going to nearly cap us out. And then we'll eat that again next turn. Oh, I can't believe in the situation we was in to where we are now. You can't get to this, so I'm going to harvest this tile as well next turn. That's going to start healing my health up. About 1 a turn, or close to it. See that carrot? Morale's looking good. Getting a lot of AP a turn now. And we're gaining 1 health a turn. And there's some more crops here. And like I said, we're just going to eat the seeds. That's 2.5 food there. It's not a lot. Better than nothing. We're back on track, guys. So you can follow me as much as you want, but you can't attack me. So I'm happy with that. You're only moving 1 square, so that's fine. I want to get into the building, get some visibility. What's up there? Fresh carrots. It's amazing what a tile does. That last tile I was good as defeated. I thought that was the end of the run. But no, we're still in it. And some beer on top. That's another morale item. But we've got a good amount of food here now. The first ones I really want to be using is the lettuce. So they give 1 hydration, 2 satiety and 3 morale. So when we drop down to next turn, we'll be dropping on 21 morale. We can get back up to max. And we'll be dropping to 28 satiety. We can get back up to max. How are we doing with planks? Got 3. I don't need to pick up any more. Where's the next door? Right next to me. I've got 14 AP. Okay, big guy in there. I could do with really taking him out. Because I can't get into that room where he is, and I can't get to the guy behind you where you are. I think I am going to be using the plank. I would need to pick that head up in a cloth. We've got 4. I can afford to do it. But make sure you drop the head before you move. Otherwise, it costs you more AP. So now we're back down to 1.3. Is there a plank under me? There is. We'll take that to replace it. And then we can use that to smack this guy up. This one can actually get to me as well. Let's take this guy's body out. There's a few planks around here I can pick up. I could get down there for 2.7. I've got 2 attacks to take your body out. We don't want to use the stone hammer. We don't. Actually, we might be able to get away with that. It does a tremendous amount of value and you can't attack me. Fantastic. Potent antidepressants. Street map. Now we find a second street map. Beer and thread are good. Potent vitamin sweater and work gloves are good. Windbreak and a pillar. Pillars are really good. We can actually put the blanket back on now. Definitely want to be getting you. Have we got the gloves still? We have. I do need to remember to put them gloves on when we're attacking, because it does give me 20% damage. Okay, we got no AP. And antidepressants is morale. And before I forget it, let's eat a lettuce. We're looking good across the board again. Hydration is not going to get as much as satiation because the hydration on these vegetables aren't much. Let's make sure we take the gloves off because we don't need to attack anybody. You are blocking up the street map, but I don't need it. Beer and thread, yep, that could be good. The only problem with not taking the legs out so they've got movement is they can block your searching items. All good. What's in there? Windbreak and a pillar, yep. We'll take it. I won't equip it yet, the pillow. I do prefer the pillows over than the blankets. Even though they give the temperature, that gives you the better sleep quality. Actually, we'll just equip it. We don't have any AP, so let's pass the turn. And we want to move straight onto the next house, which is on the right. We know there's crops here, so there won't be crops up here. I've never seen a zone with 2 crop fields. Go up to the door. That's our way out, but I want to wait. Actually, no, I need that plank because we've been using quite a few for fighting. Wait at the door. We'll get the AP. HP still healing back. That's what I'm really happy about. Can't use any of this at the moment. We could actually use 2 seeds. But no, I want the morale from these. We could break down some gear, because we've got some extra stuff on us that's weighing us down. Now, this jacket's about to break, 1.4. It might be better to equip something else. That has defense on it. So let's break this down now. That is only down to 1.3. Both these have fairly good condition, so I think I'm going to break that down. I don't even think we need 2 pieces of gear at the moment. It's 10 degrees. I think if I just put the windbreaker on, I could probably get rid of the sweater as well. We'll just keep it on us for the moment. I don't think I'm going to find a trade knife, but again, I know as soon as I drop it, we're going to find one and I'll have nothing to trade with. Let's get some health back on the next turn. We need to find water now. And we are going to another house tile. Now, you can't attack us, so that's fine. 12 to get through. I can't do it this turn. 23.9. I would waste 4 AP, but it could convert into energy. Unless I want to put 4 AP into intuition. Because we are running out of torch uses, and I am going to have to start fighting in the dark. We did have an exit to the north as well, which has appeared now. I didn't see earlier. But what was that one? We don't actually know what that is. Let's take the guaranteed house. We know it's not going to be Terminus. Okay, 2 to the south. You can't get to me. You can. So I need to move 2 tiles up. Just to be safe on this turn. Just in case you see me. Big shopping list now is wood and a new weapon of some kind. Can just easily take your legs out to cut you down, which might be worth it. Let's have a look. We can take another lettuce. 2 turns, I'll have another lettuce. Just keep that morale high. Let's go there. Oh, more crops. After all the trouble we've been into, and now all of a sudden we're finding crops everywhere. I think I need to take this guy's legs out. Don't want to use a shovel. Is it worth just using a plank? Yeah. You can only move 1 now. You can move a bit further. I would like to go and take you out. I'd need 2.9 to get... I've got plenty. And I think this guy is more concentrated on the survivor. We will save you at some point, survivors, but not on this run. I'm happy to use a little more condition on this. You can still attack me, so I am going to have to do... Again, we took his legs out and look at his movement. He still has a massive amount of movement. But I cannot turn down all this food. You can't get to that square, so let's go and harvest that. And hopefully he don't block up the square. Of course he blocks up the square. Now he has killed that zombie, so I would like to go in there. Nick gloves and a cooking pamphlet. We have got quite a few gloves. Attack and crafting. I don't think I need to pick up another one. Vitamins and medicine could be good. That's going to be HP. There is a blockage to our right. We wasn't going that way, but it would be nice to know what it was. I think I need to secure this tonight. So if that's the case, we know there's 2 big guys at the bottom. We know this is broke, which I can repair. There's a piece of wood there. And I want this crop, so what I'm going to have to do is kill this guy. And then take his head. And then try and enter for that window. Next turn. Okay, there is a zombie come up to the south. If I go into either one of them squares, he will see me, but he... Okay, it's allowed me to go past the survivor. Normally it doesn't allow you that. Normally you can't pass survivors. Oh, actually I can't do the square survivors one, so I can't get any of that loot. I've got a lighter there. 2 turns. We could actually do a meal, but we've got nothing else to put in for vegetables, but there's not that many good vegetable recipes. That guy disappears from the south. I think I've got a plank left. I can repair it and secure this for the night. You are going to enter the building, so I'm going to back up 1. And that will give me a little bit of energy. Let's take your... We can't use the spear anymore, really. That's just so much damage. I don't want to use it. We could actually use the gun. No. What I was thinking of doing is using the gun, attracting them people around here, leaving out here, and then there's the survivor will fight them for us, and then he'll move off that square. That's what I'm hoping to do, because I want that vitamin and medicines. And I think I am going to do that. Oh, nearly cost the run then. Still 0 zombie kills, but nearly it wasn't. Nothing in the corner. Bible and a guidebook. Well, Bible I need, because it's going to be a way to get morale back. That was really what we were suffering with. I'll take that just in case I got nothing to spend it on. And actually, I think I want to go there and close the door. Because if you're going to be doing fighting, I don't want to be a part of it. And I'm going to stand here. Normally, I don't like standing in a corner, but there is a door there for me to get out if I need to. Okay, we left it a few turns before we eaten. That's fine. I'll save the rest. I just want to make sure we're making the best of our morale. I think I might just sleep now. Or is there anything... Actually, no. Let's put it into that intuition in case I have to fight. So that survivor has moved off that tile now. Which gloves are the worst ones? I think I want to keep the attack ones because I think those might save us at some point. Yeah, definitely worth doing what I did. I mean, knit gloves and a cooking pamphlet. I probably will go down for them. And the survivor might have actually some good stuff if he doesn't survive the fight. So yeah. Uditel, match, sweaters, fighting knife. Especially the fighting knife that allows me to craft the spear. So I am considering going down there and continuing that fight. I was continuing getting them nutkids. No, this is more important. We've got 1 turn on our torch. Was there a torch in there anywhere in there? Yeah, there was a small flashlight. Lighter, fire axe, axe. That's going to set us up for the rest of the run. Let's let the extra AP convert into energy. Okay. Somebody zoned in. I was hoping I could get away without that happening. Unfortunately, I am going to have to do my torch use here. And both these I am going to have to kill. Or at least take out the power. Oh, I'm running low of weapons. Probably going to have to be you. To take out the legs. Take out your body and then switch to something else. Cover the window this time. How many covers do we have on us? We have got a few, so I am going to cover this as well. Maybe it'll stop it from happening again. Just don't want them to hit that door. It is about to break. Do we have a wood on us? We do. I think I need to go straight for there, and hopefully I can get the torch before the zombies try to attack us. Okay, definitely taking all the food. Definitely taking the knife, the axes. Not taking the match. And they have a working terminus. I can find out where it is. Flashlight. This is just tremendous stuff. Morale items. Sushi's no good to us, so we'll leave that. But we are up to 1.6 now. Do we have another plank? I don't know if that knocking will attract this guy over. But I've got no more cloth. No, I've got 2 pieces. And we know them 2 are the 2 I've just dealt with. If I need to, I'll go back down there next turn. Let's have a look at what we can do. We want some morale, so we'll eat the lettuce. And we need hydration, but unfortunately we didn't get water. That's just straight satiety, and that is, but we can't use them yet. And that's straight satiety. But they are stale. Can't use anything till next turn. What are the weapons are looking like? Actually quite good. Fire axe is good. And we can actually use the shovel. Get rid of this one and then use that one as the one to clear stuff out. We could just drop the steel because we know we haven't got recipes. But you know, as soon as I drop it, we are going to get a recipe to make an axe. I think the most important thing I can do now is listen to the radio and find out Terminus's exact location. Up in the top right, by where the dangerous zone is the worst case scenario. Let's have a look. Don't you know it? We're on the other side of the map. So much for doing this in 5 days. It's probably going to be more like 6, 7. We can get about 3 tiles, so we could probably do that, get up to about here. Yeah, sometimes you have to take a chance. With no street map, you can't sort of plan too far in front. You just got to go. And again, some of these locations we didn't have access to leaving from because it was full up with zombies. We just went out the only one that was a viable solution. Okay, let's come down here and pick up that. We could start breaking down stuff. Actually, no, even better. We did say about learning that intuition book. Now I can learn it 10% faster. Okay, we'll have to get down and do that fight. How many uses was on that torch we found with them? 1 time I can use it. Not ideal. Because I've got to spend 1 AP to uncover it. 0.5 to open the window. 0.5 to close it. That's 2. It gives me 7 to attack. And there's 2 there. The good thing is we do have a lot of good weapons now. So we want to start with the big zombie because he's very strong. We'll get the axe ready. That's about to break. Lose their capability of attacking us is the most important one. Shovel. Let's get rid of this one. I've still got 4 AP. Your legs are gone. And I've got 1 more hit on the other axe. That's fine. I think I've done as much work as I can on that turn. Now, how the zombies are coming up the top, I don't know, because they haven't seen me. And there's another one down here. We do know he didn't have much left. So we could just do it with the shovel. Gonna cover it, but there's somebody hitting at the top. I'm gonna stay here, wait for the other guy to come. It still has 12 health. Have I got another plank? I don't. Let's just break down the stuff I know I'm not going to use. I'm not going to use that. That will give me a rag. We'll keep the best of these 2. We can get rid of the hoodie. I don't use them. We've got a couple of pair of gloves. I really want to be sleeping. Now, what I could actually do is go up to here and close this. I've got to try and sleep, otherwise it's going to be midday before I get up. Let's put an energy drug on. And let's just read them books. If anybody attacks, we'll go and deal with it later. We have looted these 2 rooms. I'm happy to leave the tile if I need to. I would like to do a street map. At least get access to there. 244. Yeah, that's a good call. So it's a gas station onto an house. Could do with trying to find a link from that house onwards. So again, I'm looking for 2s and I'm looking up here. About 7.5. So a house does go onto a church. And there is another location down here. I could try and find that one there. Now we know we can't get to the gas station, but we was planning on going to the house anyway. So that's out the northern side. And because we took the drugs, energy shouldn't be an issue because that's going to give us +1 energy for 8 turns. I could also stack that with the 1.5 or even the 1. Let's take it. So now we're going to gain 2 for the next 4 turns and then 1 for the next 4 after that. And let's move up to the window when we can. Okay, they've stopped hitting, so that's good. We could have really done with taking all our cloths back. But we have got 5 on us, that's fine. As long as I take this one, I'm happy. We're probably not going to sleep now on this night. 8. Bit of an eye cost. So yeah, house. Or if we want to take the blockage out, which is 5 AP to take that out, we could zone out that side, run through the gas station, and then that will cut 2 houses off, but then that will also cut 2 loot off. Loot-wise, we're actually looking pretty good. I have forgot to eat for the last few turns. So I am going to eat some of these, even though it's not doing much for the morale. But it's capped out satiety. Hydration. We need some water, really. We're good with food now. So, decisions. Do I want to go and loot 2 houses? Or do I want to run through the gas station to get to an house? I think I might even attempt the gas station. So that means I need to be there. There's a big one hitting the bottom, but there's already 3 on that tile. I want to be max AP, so I will be... So I need to use 6. Let's try and get that intuition book. Because we do have torches, but both of them are out of charges. And some of the weapons we got, we will be using soon. We're down to 1.5, but you've got to remember we've got no backpack. The fanny packs, like I said, they wouldn't really do much. Clear with shovel, and we'll use the weakest of the shovels. And again, this is just going to be a run through. If there's anything on the floor, pick it up. I think I want to wait 1 more turn. Spend 4 AP in that book. What's a tomato? 3 satiety, so I'll use that next turn. We did have a knife. I did forget to pick that up. We can make another spear. But we're not going to do that in the daytime. Yep, the last couple of tiles have been very, very good to us. Gas station's at the back there. So where do we need to go? To the house down here. We've got a zombie there with quite a bit of movement. If I can go there, I could cut his body off. There's 2. And then there's 1 out here. So what I'm looking at now is where can they get in the house. If I can go here, open up the window. These both can get to that square. If I go there, open up the window and run up to about here, these won't get me, and I've just got to hope there's nobody else blocking me the other side. Which there is. So look at movements. If I go to that square, it's 4.8. I can't do anything. 3.7 there. I'm in a bad situation here. I think my best choice is taking him, picking his head up and going onto that square so neither one of these can get to me. But there is somebody there I've got to risk. After all the hard work we've done as well. Closing the window isn't going to really do anything because it's broken. Both these, well, you can get to that tile there. 4 actions at 1.5 to 1.8. Yeah, this has got to be the only way I can think of. We do want to really keep the pliers because we will going to have to go on to another tile. I can't move across. I forgot about that AP cost. And this run we've not been lucky with energy drinks. But let's drop that on the floor. I'm going to drop the plastic. I'm just going to cut things down. I have got to keep that. Cold adaptations I'm going to chuck. I don't think we're going to be doing trading at this point. Grocery stores can get chucked. We can avoid one attack with that armor. And there's no way I can get me down to 1.1 unless I dump everything. Just got to hope we can survive this. Okay, there's the block. Took a little bit of AP damage there. Now we're taking health damage. We're actually pretty good. We survived that pretty well. Think I might take another energy drug. We still have 1 per turn, but I just don't want to sleep tonight. Okay, we'll take that. Let's move to this square and let's get some visibility where it's safe. You can only move 1. You can't move to that square, but you can see me. I will need 3.4 to zone next turn. I just need to make sure none of these can get to me. And 11. So, yeah, that's fine. We survived that pretty good. I was considering that was going to be really the end of the run then. If this guy on this side had been a tough zombie on... If the one hiding up here had been a tough zombie, then the run would have been over. Okay, we're on an house. So immediately we've got quite a bit of company. You can't get to me, so that's fine. You can't get to me. You can't get to me. You can, and you're a firefighter. So my best chance at surviving is move out of the range of them 3 big and then come and take your body out. Which we know we can do with an axe. You could actually get to me. So where can you get to? I think I can move back there and I'll be good. We are pretty good on food at the moment, but we aren't on water. So I do really want to be searching these houses still. So again, let's take the tomato, keep our hydration at least out of damage stage. It's locked, unfortunately. And if I run around there, I'm going to be in a bad situation, so I need to come this way. But now I need to pay attention. So that's a zombie runner. A generator. What can you get to range? So if I get over here, I think I will wait that guy. I could actually just go and preempt it. No, I can't because I can't get there. I need to make another book, but I haven't picked up any more. Oh, actually, I have. I'd have realised that I could have merged that with a book and made another armour to protect myself. I just need to get away from that guy as much as possible, and that's the only square I've got. I don't think he's seen me until now. 6.5 times 2 is not going to be a good day for me. Okay, we are bleeding, but I think I've got a bandage. No, I don't have a bandage. And that only heals disease. We need to get our hydration up, so I'm going to have to waste a load of food. What gives me the best hydration? Tor gives me 1. It's the only way I can heal HP back. That gives me 2. And if I take another one, I'll be drunk, so I can't take another one of them. Fortunately, I had to waste some food there, but it's the only way of surviving it. We're going to be gaining. We're going to be losing 1 a turn, because I can't do anything unless I can craft a bandage. 2 rags, rubbing alcohol, I can. But the question is, can I make the bandage? We've got crafting gloves on. I forgot to take them off. Can we get out of range of that guy now? That's the most important thing. Could put some defend gloves on, but that's going to take AP. We need to really be up here. You can't get to there anywhere across this side. If I'm anywhere across there, I mean, that would be the best situation. Straight onto the zone tile, 4.2. We know this guy can't hit us, and I've just got to hope there isn't a big guy at the top. Let's play it safe. Okay, there is a guy there, and he does have a lot of attack and a lot of move. But that's what we've had to do, unfortunately. I should have just gone into the corner. We are alive, just about. But again, I am going to have to waste loads of food just to keep this health and hydration. The bleeding has gone, so that's the good thing, is we got rid of it. We are gaining 1 health a turn. 5.6. I would need 18.6 to zone. I could neutralise you. You can't get to me. So I think taking this guy's body out and going to the zone point is the best option I've got. Could have done with picking that machete spear while I was passing it. You can get to me if you see me. I've just got to hope you can't. I'd have to move back to there, and if I move back to there, this guy can get me, and he does a lot more attack than you. As long as I'm not seen, I can get through. And we are healing, so we will be gaining health back. Okay, he saw me at the last minute, so he didn't actually be able to get an attack. And we've got a piece of quiet. So how much are we gaining? We're still gaining 0.7, so I'm not going to waste any more food. But wasting that food got us for that zone. Okay, there's an NPC, a bandit or a pickpocket in the bottom of the house here. That's where all that attacks was from. We could do with really trying to sleep. Getting this health back while we're sleeping tonight. But I do have to be extra careful with my movements. So you could get to me. I don't know if you can see me. There's a zombie there. Let's take you out of the equation. What have I got? We'll keep using this, even though it's a bit of a waste. What have we got in here? Clean water. Very nice. And a plank. I want this guy to move off that square. Oh, it's only rotten fish and beer. We've got a few beers on us. But this is a great find. Now we haven't got to keep wasting the vegetables. We are still healing 1 a turn. What have you got? Clean water. And a lockpick can be very, very useful to us. So we've now got 33 hours of water. Plus whatever water we get off the food above. We've got enough food. Where are we at the moment? I would like to make more progress. We need to do a search. We know we've got a little bit to go, but it's not going to be easy. This run has took a lot longer than I planned. I thought it was going to be a nice, fast run. Have we got any more cloth? We've got 1 piece. I think it might be a bit early to sleep, but I need to sleep myself back. So I want him to move into the centre square there. Then I want to take his legs out. Then I want to try and sleep. So that means I have got to come down and clear that. 3.4. Then move up to the door. Let him move down. So that'll be 3.4, 4.9. And then I would need to cover a window. Which I think I've got enough to do it. Exactly enough. Whatever that is down the safe, I would like to see, because we can get a lot of loot from them. And we might actually have to pick this guy's head up for us to sleep. I'm going to get rid of this because we've got crafting to do. Looking to see if there was anything in here with a cloth. There isn't. We're going to have to break something down we want to keep. Okay, unfortunately, what have we got? That's about to break. That's got a lot of condition on. Unfortunately, defense has helped us out. But I need the rag even more. Because it will not let us sleep if there's a zombie on the tile. So we need to get rid of his head. We just got to hope the survivor doesn't come round here and open this door. Let's go and hide in the corner. Okay, I can use 3 food. That's got the lowest turn, so let's use that. As much as I don't want to sleep, I think it's going to be one of the best ways to get our... Actually, we can't even sleep that long. Do some crafting and do some sleeping tonight. We need to keep out of combat. Unfortunately, it's going to waste half a day. But we're alive, that's the main thing. Is there a 2 I can find? Doesn't look like it. Okay, we'll take the 1 for 4. And there's another 1 for 4 up there we'll get next turn. We have got enough food and water to last us a couple of days. So, again, spending this just to recover our health is going to be the best course. And I want to get that 1 for 4. It's a park. I'm trying to find something that links up these 2. Brilliant. House, house. There's got to be a railroad toll up here. So if we can get sleep in here, end of the next day, sleep there, and then make a big rush for Terminus. Like I said, probably going to be on day 8, day 9 by the time we finish it. But we have set ourselves some strict conditions and some tough conditions to survive this. Just need to make sure I'm not going to do any mistakes this late. We do want to put that sweater on. And I do think I want to be keeping the majority of that down there. Saying that intuition book is probably not the best thing. I need to get that spear crafted. These gloves haven't got much condition left on them. We have 2 more planks. I'm going to craft another spear. Does mean I can't repair windows now. And what's the condition on them gloves? The gloves have gone. They're worn away. Level up. Okay, improvised attack. Anything that's going to give me more damage at this point is going to be... I mean, less sound would mean zombies won't be able to hear me as good. That one's just out the picture. I think I just need to go more damage. Now we can take another onion because we're down 3 on the satiety. And then we can top up with water. It's going to heal. Having both the food and water eye is going to give me more health back. Pass the turn. Would be nice if we can get another pair of gloves somewhere. I might even go and get that beer. But let's finish this spear off. Get 2 spears. Cut down a bit of the weight in our inventory. And now we're up to 9.6 on the health. So hopefully if we can get to 20 by the morning, I'll be very, very happy. And if we can finish the book as well. Book's been finished. Intuition's done. Can easily get our morale back with this now, but we don't need to. I think the next time I get AP, I'm going to be using it. Well, we can take another onion. Onion or carrot, which ones? Well, these have got 200 turns on it, so let's use the onion. But those couple of crops we found really saved us. Day and a half water. I think at this point I'm willing to start chucking bottles. They weigh very little. And we still have some food down here. We can eat the seeds. We've got beer and soft drink, which is more food. And we've got this here. Can't do any crafting because we had to use our... Oh, we got 2 lockpicks. I didn't realise that. We had to use our pot to get us out of the situations earlier. Let's go and take that beer out of here. Leave the rotten fish. It's no use to us. I'm just going to stand in the centre of the room. Oh, actually, there's rags there. Did I just chuck a rag on the floor? Definitely want that rag. Don't know where that's come from. I must have missed it. I think I want to sleep after doing this street map. If I can get a street map. Can I get a 2? Oh, there is a 2 there, but it's 9 point something. Okay, we'll wait one more turn. We can plan the route all the way to Terminus. That'll be fantastic. Oh, got it for 9. I would like to get a route down here as well. Any 2s down here? And then that's too far for me to get. Nothing coming up with a 2. So let's get that 1 for as cheap as possible. Yeah, as I suspected, onto the danger zone. So the best option is house up to the grocery store to the house. And then we're going to be hitting. The problem I've got is normally Terminus is connected by a tunnel. That means there isn't going to be an entrance from this house to this Terminus. So we might have to go around the dangerous place to get to the railroad. Then hit the tunnel, then hit Terminus. So it could be a lot longer than I think it's going to be. But anyway, time to sleep. Unfortunately, I knew the sleep wasn't going to last long because we've got a good amount of bonuses with the blanket and the pillow. I might just end up using something like this in next turn. As much as I want to do this is all like 200 turns. That's like 2-3 days. That's like nearly 4 days on it. That's going to be like 9 days. That's probably the next thing I need to eat. That one there, the bread. So next turn I'll eat that. Is there anything else we want to be doing on this tile? We do want to be searching this bottom. So go to the door. We still got another 3 hours. We have no books. We might as well just spend it. I need to know what's up here. And again, I am trying to find a 2. There's a 2 there. Okay, so we've got our route. There isn't going to be a route up there. We're not going to hit a tunnel. But we are going onto a railroad now next to a dangerous place, which I'm not happy with. And if you look up there, there's a 0. So that's our route. Going from here to the house. Going from the house to the house. Running over to this house. And then going straight to the railroad. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're on Terminus. Now, Terminus is not going to be easy in itself. We need to make it to the fence line. So we need pliers with condition. So we cannot use that anymore in any combat. Unless our life depending on it. We've got 2 good spears and 1 about to break. So that's fine. We do have a cigarette down here for morale. But we have a good amount of morale items at the top here. Beers, soft drinks and all that stuff. So let's not skimp on the water. And we've got 1 day water. But we have got more water in these at the top. Not a fat lot. So I don't think there's a lot we can do. We could plan alternate routes. Because in case there's a blockage. But we have got, again, nothing up there. And I'm guessing that's going to be a tunnel. No, it's not worth wasting any more on there. We can listen to Terminus. Radio. They might tell us if there's any blockages. We've been receiving information that the path between the railroad and the railroad is blocked by debris. That could be very useful if we know we can't just run across a tile. But we do have 2 shovels. We're going to use this in combat and then we're going to save at least 50% condition on this. So let's have a look where that is on the map. So it's a blockage there, so that's fine. It doesn't affect us. But there's very few terminuses I ever see where it doesn't have a tunnel here. But I'm happy about that in this run. It's been hard enough. We've nearly died so many times. And we've come back from the brink. So I am just going to let my energy... Because there's nothing else I can do. We've crafted all the spears. We've run out of wood. We haven't got a needle to repair any of the gear. But we'll probably end up picking up some more. Weight-wise, we've got 8 unbagged. We could get rid of one of the torches, the weakest one, because if we get batteries, I'm always going to use the best one. So let's just get rid of that. I think I'll keep 1 electronic part. Let's just be a bit tougher. I can't get rid of those. I want to keep the scrap metal in case we find the axe recipe. Got a little bit of thread, but I could dump that, but there's some recipes that need the thread. Fire axe is probably something I'm going to use as a combat item, as the main one. We've got HP, drugs and morale in case we need it. Let's get the water topped up. Because we are taking damage. Actually, we're still healing up the HP. But again, we will be at that 20, which I said I wanted. How many rags have we got? Not a lot. So I think I want to go and remove the rags off the windows. The next turn, then go through here. Because those could be very useful to clear zombies out of our way. And because all that's seeing us, the more going to come in this room. That's fine. There's a zombie there. Let's go and see what he is. And that was the survivor. Screwdriver, novel, weak medicine. Picking up another novel wouldn't be terrible. Let's just use this spear on his body. I just want to stop his attacks. And I've got 2 spears left. That should last us a run. What's behind me? Fishing rod, crafting recipe. Novel. No, I don't think anything there I need. Windbreaker, cooking pamphlet. We did just say we need some more gear. And there is a windbreaker underneath. You could actually get to me. So I would have to do something about you. So let's go and deal with you first. Big guy at the top there, but he hasn't seen me. So that's fine. Neither one of these can attack me. There's a zombie out there, but he can't see inside the window yet. And the way we're leaving is out the right side. But there doesn't seem to be anybody on that zone point. These guys are no threat to me anymore. Is there anything in there I desperately need? No. I think just collecting the plank, going through the window is going to be the best call. 4.7 to there. This is what I didn't want. And I don't have enough to zone. It's 8. I was losing 0.9. And I got no AP item. It's frustrating. So, only space I can get safe from him is either go and take him out, which I can't do, or get onto this square here. And then I'm going to have to come for this window because he's going to be blocking up the window access. There's still a lot of work there to get through. And that's the zone I need to go through. It's the only path out of here. We know the top is blocked because of him. So this is the only way out. Unless somebody comes and blocks it. We could find ourselves trapped. But that's why I wanted to pick up the extra cloths. To clear zombies out if I need to. Now we are on a tile with some clothing. And a novel. So we might as well pick it and pick up the vitamins. And pick up the torch. 1.4 is fine. I could search this, but I'm not going to waste the AP. I need it for the next turn. If I can get to the zone point on this turn, which I can't now, there's too many, and you've blocked it. I would have to take you out, pick your head up, which is possible. Pick your head up. 5.3 to get to the zone. I still couldn't get through on this turn. What's the HP of the window? Oh, 5.9. I do have one plank. But I still think my best case is coming up to this window. Let them all see me. And then back off. To the door. Close the door. There was some crops down there as well. As you see, everything's just been coming in on me. I can't do much to get through anything. You're the easiest one to take out. But next turn, that's going to be. Okay, he's broke that. He's got one hit on me, and he's got bleeding on me. That's what I couldn't afford. Oh, somebody else has just come down. And now I'm blocked. So yeah, another big boy come down. So I'm going to have to take out these legs. I need to make sure I can kill it in one. I can't afford to waste the AP. And I can't use the pliers. Even if it means using the hammer. And then I've got to waste the AP to pick your head up. 14 AP. It would take 7 to get there, and I can't get through. I might have to try and go north. I've got to take this guy out. Saying that. Now, I could repair this. Which slow both them down. Especially him, because he can do about 17 damage. But it would waste 2 AP. 5.7. As long as there's nobody around here. Need to stop some of the people coming for me. I could do with crafting a bandage, but I can't. There's no bandages. There's no... Okay, so it's keeping the food eye again. Doing all this nonsense we've been doing. Let's have another one to keep the morale eye. We have got an HP drug. I'm just going to take it. Because I've got a feeling I'm going to need it. And all I need to do with this guy is take out his body. So let's go to an axe. One left. Let's switch to a spear. He can't attack me now. I'll let that guy come in the window. And then I'm going to have to probably go north. We'll have nearly full AP on the next turn. And I think repairing that door just saved me. I would have to take out your body and legs to get past you and pick up your head. Do I have another cloth to do that? I have one cloth left. Oh, actually, we're still carrying the zombie head on me. So I spent a bit more AP. We're actually carrying 2 zombie heads on me. A part of me is thinking of going north's the best option. There was a zombie there, but I don't know what's happened to him. I should have visibility of him if he was still there. Would be nice to get that cross in the safe, but that's my least of me. There is another one there. I've just got to hope he's not too big. Take out his legs. Take out his body. Pick him up. Drop his head on the floor. We can deal with the bleed at the next site. If I can get there for 4.7, I can get through the zone. No guarantee it was going to be better, but it can't be much worse. And next turn we'll... 2 turns we'll have an onion. I think that's the best I can do. Unfortunately, I'm really new to craft a bandage, but I can't do it without rubbing alcohol. I could make that if I had rags, but I've used all the rags. I really need to find somewhere safe. What's your range like in the north? So there's at least 4 in the south, and I've only got 1 in the north. So taking out your body might actually be the best call for me. Let's try and run past you first. Yeah, 3 there. So if I'm onto this tile, we'll take this guy out. Gonna have to be axe situation again. I could take his legs out as well, but as long as he can't eat me, that's all I'm worried about at the moment. One coming up from the safe. I know I can get into this room here. You can only move 1. I think if I can deal with this guy. What's in here? Kitchen knife and battery. We have got lighters now, so we don't need to make makeshift lighters. The battery would help the torch. Kitchen knife's just another weapon. I'm not going to overcap next turn, and if we eat this turn and drink, we can start healing some of that damage back. I think I will take the energy drug as well. There's no guarantee I'm going to be able to sleep on this night. There is a room to the south as well, but he just blocked the door, unfortunately. Same again. Take his body out. I think I'm willing to spend 2 attacks on this one just so I can use the spear. What's in there? Energy drink. That's my get out of jail free cards. Tape can make me a makeshift. Don't need that. Now I do have a big guy here. He can get to the square. He can get a long way. But he hasn't seen me. Because you can see he's not facing me. These 2 haven't seen me. I think I'm going to have to risk this room. I could just do it with a spear, but let's just use the weak knife. Then I'll switch to a spear. What's in here? Sweater and a pillar. Not great, but it could give me cloth. Medicine and a fanny pack. Medicine would be nice. That's HP recovery. I don't really want to be sleeping here, but it would be a good way to get rid of the bleeding. All these guys should be coming in here because that's where they've seen me. All these guys should be coming in here. We could even break these down. But you can't do anything this turn. We got no AP. Again, I don't really want to be stopping here for the night, but it might be a good way because I could craft some makeshift armors. I would want to do the street map because I don't need that anymore. Got no crafting gloves, unfortunately, but that could save me. So I've got to make it. get rid of a pillow. I think I'm probably good to get rid of a blanket as well. The pillow's better than the blanket. You've got 55 condition on. And then I'll probably break down one of the sweaters as well. I just need some rags. We've seen how useful that can be over the last couple of tiles. And I'm going to have to get rid of this guy. Take his head. Drop it on the floor. What was in there? Fanny pack and medicine. Let's go and collect them. We have got to be careful because we could be blocked on both doors and not have a way out. We don't have enough thread to remove every zombie on the tile. Let's see what we can break down. I think I'm just going to keep one, so which one am I going to keep? 2.3 temperature, 1.8. I think we're going to get rid of the sweaters. Fanny pack can go. Let's equip that sweater. Gives us some defense and we might need it. Gives us 4 rags now. Anything weapon-wise that's about to break? I mean, I could just break that down, but I might as well use it for an attack. I don't have enough planks to be able to make anything, but I can get planks back by... Don't need to take the nails, I don't think. But the planks, again, that's just extra weapons on me. 1.4 I'm good at. Okay, another onion. More water. I do really need to be moving off this tile, but I don't think I can get through safely right this second. I've just got to hope some people can go, and I need this bleed to go. So let's sleep until it's healed. If I've got nothing else to do, I will craft up some more spears. But nobody's attacking me in this room at the moment. It's safe. Sometimes you want to rush to the ending, but sometimes you just got to stop, heal yourself, get your HP up, and then go into the fights when you're in a better position. I still think getting outside is going to be better than going for the building, because we know how tough that zone was. And I'm also thinking of coming down here and destroying this. Don't need to pick up the zombie head. Use some food and water. I think I'm going to go with that. Leave these just in case I need to craft anything. I could do probably pasta with something. We could heal up the HP, but it's going to come back on its own. We're gaining 1.2 a turn now. Because we're warm, we're well fed, and we're hydrated. And we got the 2 APs. I could get rid of the Bible. It does weigh a bit. We are on 1.5 because we just picked up them spears. But the wood. I want to keep 2 on me, but I want to make 1 into a spear. Fighting knife broke. That's fine. That's why I picked up the second knife. Unfortunately, it's going to be a restless night again. If I'm overcapping the AP, I'm not too fussed because I've got nothing to read. Get the hydration up as well. Probably end up taking a beer. Maybe something like that, just so the drunkenness goes by the morning. But we don't need the morale at the moment, so it's better to keep it. I think I want to be by the door for 6 o'clock, and then just hope there's nobody the other side. Let's have a carrot. Only 6 hours of water on its own. But our HP's nearly healed up, that's the main thing. Okay, it's light out there. I wanted to... Actually, if I'd have thought about it, we could have used the radio while we was just wasting that AP. Talking of that, I don't think the radio's going to do anything for me now. I'm just going to dump it. Get rid of some weight off me. We've got 3 spears again. We don't do a massive amount of damage with them, but it's better than nothing. Let's take that water. We're nearly out of water again. It's light. We've got 20 AP. We're full across the board. I think we need to try and get as far as we can. You're a tough zombie and can go massive, so you can't get to that range, so let's go there first. Yeah, you see the nonsense we're dealing with. And then there's 2 here, and I've got no AP, pretty much. The good news is if I can deal with these 2... Why do I need to deal with these 2? That's got 25 HP they've got to get through now. Clean water. I'm glad I went down this way now. I did forget there was a room we hadn't searched. 8 damage he was doing on it, but that's fine. Everybody's attracting to that window. And then I've just got to hope I can get through the other window to get round. But clean water I'm not going to turn down. We're struggling with that at the moment. And a full bottle, 20 hours. Dried fish, that's more food. Now, there is quite a bit here. A listener zombie is not that bad to take out. Let's start with the first one. You're a crawler. You can't move much. So let's get you dealt with. You can't attack me now. And you can't get to this square. Whoa, look at all that. You can get to this square at least. I might have to go south. Oh, I've got no AP to move. Well, we're surviving by a knife edge. That drugs need to be took. And we're bleeding again. But we need to get off this tile. 3.1, 12 to move through. We can't do it. So the next thing, can we lessen down the damage we can take? Possibly. But we're going to have to use everything we've got. We've got 2 shovels still. So let's use the shovel on you. We need to be able to take these out in one. Knife, can you do it? Okay, the 3 to the north are no problem to us anymore. I've got 1, 2 left. He can't get to us. Oh, actually, he could get there. No, I don't think he can attack. He can't attack. So let's deal with you. 6.5. That's probably going to have to be the axe or the fire axe. We'll leave the fire axe till last. We'll just get rid of the normal axe. And then you're the problem as well. 6.7. Okay, axe broke, but that's fine. We survived. Don't ask me how, but we did. Now we need to get all our health back, and then next turn we can zone as long as they don't block us in these 2 tiles. Now we are taking the 1 damage from the bleeding, but we can't do anything about that. If we had painkillers, we could have stopped it. We could have made up a bandage, but I just need to get off this tile. There's just way too much here to deal with. Okay, immediately, I've got 1 up here. 1 here that can get to me. The window's broken. I think the only way we survive is fortifying the window and closing it. You can't get to me. And then I need to see, can I make a makeshift bandage? It's going to use 2 of the rags. But I need to make that. I need to stop this bleeding. I can counteract 1 per turn, but I can't counteract 2. And I did want these zombies to see me by the window. That's why I put the thing on it. But no, let's get the bandage dealt with. We'll use the makeshift bandage. It will give us an infection. And then we'll use an antibiotic to get rid of the infection. And I think we need a carrot for that. So now we are going to be gaining 1 health a turn again. We haven't got much AP, so I'm going to stop exactly where I am. Now, the noise he's making should attract more over this way, which it is. So 4 of the zombies are going to come up to this window. Where do we need to leave from? We're currently right next to a dangerous place. We need to leave the house over here. I'm just going to drink the water. I'm not going to eat until a couple of more turns because the morale's looking good. Let's move out a bit, just get some sight of what's happening. Actually fairly clear. Move there. I've still got about 10 AP to react. Fairly clear again. I think I'm just going to stay where I am and not keep risking it. We could move up to there for 3.5, 3.7. One did see me in there. He can't get to me. You can't get to me. Brilliant. We got lucky. Just have a look around. Make sure there's nothing that... There's one rag there what could be really useful to us, but nothing else. We'll be nearly capped. Well, we'll be 20 AP on the next turn, so that's fine. And I want both the 2 on the right to see me and move away from that zone point. But either way, I have got enough AP to get to the zone point. .3. Perfect. Let's get through. That's another nonsense zone done. We're at an house now. Tactical backpack is the best backpack in the game by far, and we haven't actually got a backpack. You can't get to this square. You can't. You can't. So I'm going to go up and get the backpack. Let them see me, and then I'm going to back off. The problem is it's got no condition on it. It's got 15% condition, but it will drop our AP. Now, at the moment, our backpack is holding everything, and we could get rid of the 2, but I would need to repair this. So I would have to make a needle and repair it, because that's only going to last a few turns. Let's have a look how much condition gets lost on this turn. So 15.3. Nobody can get to me as far as I can tell. So the backpack has now got... It's still got 15.3. Okay. Must only take contusion damage every couple of turns. This is an house. It's next to a dangerous zone, but my next 2 tiles are railroads. So spending the night here is going to be the best case. So limiting people's attack values could be really good for me. Just slowly take people out, not rushing around the zone. Okay, you're no longer a problem. You can't get to me, so let's go and deal with you and pick up that stick, because that could be used to make a needle. Same for you. Take your body out first. I could use a better spear or a better weapon, but I'm happy with just using these spears at the moment. You're no issue. So I'm going to move up 1 just so I can get some visibility. Okay, I didn't get as much visibility as I wanted. I move there. This guy can see me. He will come down. I just need to see what else is about. There's 2 in the building there. I could do with them coming out, but I don't want to open up the window. So let's get some AP before we decide to do anything else. We need some morale, so those carrots will be really good about now. Top up with water. We can afford to stop here and take these out systematically. Okay, there's a SWAT in there. Not the best, not the worst. Our HP is recovering quite nicely. So our biggest weapon is probably the fire axe now. You're no problem. Let's take your legs out while we're at it as well. We are running out of good weapons. This guy hasn't seen me. This guy can't get to the square next to me. Guidebook and a lighter. Not really that use to me. Tape is, because that can make another makeshift armour. Sleeping pills, rubbing alcohol. That can make a bandage. So those two I need to search. Don't need to take salt. Morale's pretty good at the moment. And that hoodie we just picked up. We could wear it. It's only going to give me temperature, so I'd rather have the rag. Let this guy come up to me. Let's go and search this, and then I'll go and cut him down. The main thing is, can we get enough rags to cover up all the windows and make this room safe? Because nothing is broken at the moment. There is a zone point at the bottom for a dangerous zone, so I'd rather be in that room there than this one. You're no issue to me anymore. There is one zombie over here, so I'm going to stay where I am. Get some health, get some AP before I start moving. Okay, we have got a bit of movement off everybody. Look at all the zombies down there. 2 hits in the chest. 2 hits in the legs. There's 2 in that room. I'm going to have to take them out. Switch to the fire axe. What have you got on your chest? 7. What have you got? You could get to me as well. You could get to me. I need to close that door. Otherwise I'm dead. I could take this guy out, but this guy would hit me. Could go there. No, I can't. Gonna have to just take you out with the axe. Just to stop you from hitting me. If I... Got no way of getting through him. I need a diagonal to get through him. And again, this room is not good because there's a broken door. Would I rather spend the night on the railway track? Probably. Okay, he did take some AP from me, and we are bleeding again. Any bandages around here? No, no. Okay, we need to deal with the immediate problem, and that's you. Let's just take all these out. I'm not too worried about the zombie one now. I'm going to leave him. Can we craft another bandage? We can, because we've got the saline solution, but it's going to take up our rags. And that could be our way out, but... Cancel. We've got antibiotics, haven't we? Yes. It would still be 2 rags. So in that case, make the proper bandage. Let's get some food in us. Counteract that bleed. Like I said, part of me just wants to run off the railroad. Do we have enough energy drugs to do that? We've got some morale drugs. I really need to sleep tonight in here. Late pass a turn. They haven't attacked that door, which I thought they might have done. So let's get rid of this bleed. We could just early turn sleeping. What have we got plank-wise? We've got no planks. I would have to take something down. Do we have any rags left? We've got 1. What's that? Barbed wire. These haven't got the visibility, so if I come here, I can't do it until next turn. Oh no, please don't do this to me, because I'm going to have to use the rag on you. You stopped me from Annoying. Got a repair kit. That's fantastic. What's underneath me first? Metal sheet. The rest of the stuff I'm not worried about. I mean, I'll take the wire because there is some recipes that can use that as a backup. Let's come on to this plank. I need him to move out the doorway so I can repair it. What gloves have we got? We've got one pair. That's just fantastic, a repair kit. Unfortunately, with Dex 0, it's not going to help us much. We're pushing it all onto there and probably onto the pliers if we desperately need it. We could also put one into the hammer. I only need to repair one more item, so I don't think I need to put it into the hammer. I need him to move off the doorway, but unfortunately the next turn it will be dark. Need to take them gloves off. I need them to last. Okay, he's moved off the doorway. I can go and repair it. And we do have a metal sheet, so I'll be putting a metal sheet on there. That's 40 HP. That will stop him for a bit, and if I need to, I'll go and put 20 on the window. This is going to be the last use of this hammer. Is it going to be worth repairing it? Well, no, because I'm not going to need an hammer on a railway track. Hammer broke, that's fine. We've got 24 on the window. We've got 40 on the door. And because of the conditions we've got with our trade, quiet, we should be good. They shouldn't come in now. Eat a carrot. I think I'm going to dump the bottles again. It might even be worth sleeping. We could even break down the pillow. Yeah. Because I was thinking if we sleep first, but again, I want the time to pass by. If we could repair that backpack, that would be fantastic. But, oh, actually, I've got a stick. Wouldn't be good condition, but if we can just put a little bit of thread into it. We might have to do combat, so we do have to be careful. Let's get some AP back. Okay, nobody's attacking anything, so that's good. And I have got to remember I've got 2 lockpicks. All I need to do is repair this back, and then say 1 thread for 1%. That's fine. Because we can look at our weight. Everything's in the backpack. I don't need these 2. So currently, what are our details at? We're at 1.08 AP. And we're at 4.8. Let's go into the crafting menu. I think I accidentally took that off. We're at 1.05 and we're down to 1 AP a move. 1 backpack. That's give us a couple of threads back. A couple of rags. I could turn it into threads, but I think 23% condition on this will last us. We've still got 8 more weight we can pick up, and we'll be getting rid of some of these weapons soon through fighting. I've got a recharge kit with 2 more charges. That's probably going to be saved just for that fire axe, because that's going to do the majority of the work. We've got a spear that's about to break and 1 back up. And unfortunately, we've got no more, but we could actually, if we're doing nothing else... Oh, not enough AP. Let's switch back to my AP screen. And again, I do apologise, this one's a little harder, but as you saw, we've had a lot of adversity to get through. Move back to the door. Just don't want that SWAT zombie to block it. That's why I'm standing here. I think we need to sleep. Have we got a knife still? We do. It's only got 20% condition. Can it make this... Can it make a spear? Is my question. We've got 11% condition. We're about halfway, so it's going to be close. I think I want to sleep. We can get up about 5 o'clock. That'll be ideal. That way I can guarantee I've got full AP for the next turn. So let's have a look. Yeah, railway, terminus. I know I'm going to have a lot of fighting outside this door. So I do need to be exactly... So I have got 13.2. Let's get satiation and hydration done. So I need 10. So what weighs the most? Probably you. You're 6. Have I got anything for 4? Could put a beer on. But we might need the morale for that later. So no. We'll wait until we get to 23. We'll use that. So let's just have a look. 13.8. That'll be 26, 27. I could put 7 AP into this. It's not going to last, that knife. It's not. But there is a chance we can find a knife on the way. But we do have a couple. If push comes to shove, I'll just dump that on the floor. It is weighing 4 kilos at the moment. Last level up. Oh, and now it gives us cat's eyes. I don't think we'll be going into night combat again, but I'm going to take it. You never know with this run. Some of these tiles, again, with the bleeds. It would have been nice if we could have made another bandage, but again, we haven't got enough. We would have to make a makeshift. Again, that might have been one of the better ways. Make a makeshift. We've got the antibiotics. We could get rid of a bleed. But let's try and avoid the attacks instead of negating them. Okay, final tile. I need to get to that railway. Please let me get to the railway tile. No. I would have to take out this guy, pick him up, use a thread. I'm running out of AP. 1 to move there, 2 to move there, 2 attacks, 3, 4. I think I've got an energy drink, haven't I? Yes, I can do it. But look at the nonsense we were on our tiles. Fire axe. I need this to go in 1. We might actually have a shovel we could use for it. And then we've got to pick it up as well. Move to the tile. I need 12 to zone. I've got 11.5. We've got no emergency AP items with the drugs. We've not become lucky in this run, but I need to get off this mess. We're on a railroad. Now, we're behind a fence. There is a dangerous zone point down here. We need to cross the fence and get through there. But I'm not doing anything until I get AP. And also, nobody can zone through because I'm on the zone. So all that nonsense out there, none of it can come through on this turn. So let's just pass the turn. Then we'll make our routes. So there's a guy up the top. All I've got to do with these is just take out the bodies or avoid them totally. So I just want to see how many's this side of the fence. You and you. You can only move 1. I could just cut the fence and run over. I think I'm going to do that. And this is the reason I didn't want the pliers to break. So neither one of these can get to that tile. That can only go to them 2 tiles there. This one can't get to me, but he will see me now. We just got to make sure we're not doing mad dashes for the finish. Because it's so easy to get swarmed on railway tiles. We could just take you out now, your legs. Which could be an option. I don't really want to keep using... Well, we know there isn't going to be a tunnel because we've already got the route. There could be still a blockage on the final one. I'm happy to take this down to 50% and use it as the main weapon. He can only move 1 now. He can only move 1. He hasn't covered. So I can go and take this guy out on that side. And if I need to, I can back up. So let's have a look at movements. So at the moment, these 2 can't get to this tile. He can't get to that tile. So as long as I take his legs out. Next turn, we need 2.9 and 9 to get through. So that's 11.9. I could do it this turn. Without taking this guy out. In for a penny, in for a pound. Okay, immediately there's one in front of me. Nobody's by me. We need to wait till we get 23 for our food. I don't know if I'm going to be using that wine. So again, we're coming up towards the end. We want to start streamlining things. We are at 1 AP, so we can't get any more. Actually, we could just eat the seeds. So now our satiety and hydration's full. What drugs do we have? Morale 2. We'll take a morale 1. I'm happy with that. Let's get out as much AP. So we'll be on 16.2 next turn. And we've got to leave out the northern side. But when we zone, we want to have 20 AP on the other side. Because we might have to make a mad dash. Normally when I go to Terminus, I've got grenades. I've got other items to be able to get it back. So you can't get that far. As long as you can't get that far, I might be able to go straight to the zone point. You're the problem. So I'm going to go... Could I go and take you out? All I would have to do is take your body out. 1.4 to there. Yes, I can do it. We've got the weapons. If I can remember how to attack. 7.5 now. We're just going to go with the big axe. You can't attack us now. You can move as close as you want. Let's just pick up that rag in case I need it. So we know Terminus is next. We're not going to be needing that anymore, so I'm going to chuck it. I'm going to need that. I'm just going to cut it down as best as I can. So this is the screen I really want on. Let's see what the AP move. We'll put the batteries in the torch. I don't think we're going to need a torch. We could put our attack gloves when we get to the other side. If we need to attack. Let's just streamline. Oh, I've got a zombie head on me still. I didn't realise. Don't need the wires. We'll keep the wood glue because it can repair. Do I need morale? Not really. You get rid of cigarettes. I really want a makeshift armour. That would have been really perfect. Do I want to waste the time here? Because this guy's coming up towards me. This guy will eventually get to me. I've probably got a couple of turns. We are cold because we've been getting rid of all our gear. Let's see if we can do a makeshift armour. I don't know what it needs to take. It's only 10 work. I think we can wait enough and still get our 20 AP. If people start getting too close, then I will abandon it. But no, it'll take 2 turns for you. It will take 3 for you. And you can't do anything to me. We do have a good amount of weapons. But like I said, I think we've got our weight down as low as we can. And we could even dump all the food. So let's use a soft drink. That's going to fill most of the way across the board. Beer can go on the floor. Not going to need water now. I think I'm just going to dump everything at this point. Don't need sleeping pills. We'll keep the gun. That could be really nice for us. Wooden needle. You've had your time. Lockpicks. You've had your time. Don't need the electronic parts. I think I could... We'll keep the rags in case I need to move a zombie's head out the way. And I think I'm good to chuck that tape away. So we're down to as low as we can be. We've got our good selection of weapons. I could dump stuff like the pliers. The screwdriver. We've got these 2 good weapons here. And then we've got these for the smaller damages. And we've got the gun in case we desperately need it. Antibiotics in case we get disease. But again, we want to make a mad dash. Unfortunately, not max. So wait 1 more turn. So in that case, I should have kept the water for 1 more turn and the food. We want to be 20 HP going through. Now we can dump it. We'll put them on. Do as much attack as we need. But like I said, avoiding it is going to be better than doing it. Welcome to Terminus. I will be turning the sound off in the background with this one, with the game sound, because there is a lot of copyrighted music they use. So I've got a route up here. So I'm going to move... Again, unfortunately, we've only got 3 AP and I haven't got my AP items. It's telling me I can get there for 3.2. I don't believe it, but we'll try it. Got to use 2 to get through the fence. Oh, we'll chuck my pliers. We've just lost. No, not totally. These will shoot some people. I shouldn't have chucked my pliers. I knew I needed them for a reason. I forgot about this fence. So all I can do on this situation now is take out... Oh, that was a bit risky. Is take out everybody so they can't attack me. And a lot of people are facing towards me. You can only move there, so you're not an issue. These have 2 attacks, and these... We've just got to hope. Again, I shouldn't have chucked the pliers. That was a very bad... Got to the final point. I would have used 2 AP to get here. And then I would only need to get 4 squares. Sorry, 5 squares. Which would have been 3.2. I wouldn't have been able to do it, but I'd have been able to get there. These would have done a lot of fighting. And then we had a chance of... Now it's just hoping that they shoot the right people. They've shot the ones I've just cut down the AP of. Right at the finish line as well. One bad move after 3.5 hours of play. One bad move to going into the last zone point cost us it. Because we would have got for that fence, we would have been clear, and then everybody else had to go for that fence single file. I'm gutted. I'm totally gutted. Hopefully you've enjoyed that one. That one was really hard. One mistake costs everything. But thank you very much everybody for watching. I'll see you all in the next series. We will complete this run, I can guarantee you it.